Okay, so we're trying to do today Windows deployment services. So we will be deploying OS first, and then we are going to be deploying an image which has working operating system, working all the applications installed, drivers configured. We're going to take an image of that and try to upload to our WDS and then deploy from that image to an empty machine. Good luck to us. We'll do that, but we need to know the procedure and we need to understand the major steps there. So deployment services, the primary purpose is to provide a simplified method of rapidly deploying Windows operating systems over the network, so we don't have to visit that. So can anyone tell me any other deployment software that you have experience with or saw somebody use or used yourself other than Windows deployment services? WSUS? So Windows software update services is deploying patches only, Windows patches for all the operating systems, applications, and so any software that Microsoft released, the security patches for that and all the patches. So that's just patching, updates only, source packs, updates. Sorry? Yeah, Ghost. Yeah, Ghost. Thank God it's not recording me. There are many software. So if I start typing here some names which are deployment solutions. So if I type here GPO, what can it deploy? Can it deploy operating system over the network? It deploys applications that have extension of .msi, right? We discussed that last time. So software deployment, we can say application deployment for .msi packages, right? .msi packages. So it has to be extension of .msi. But then we have SCCM, which is System Center Configuration Manager. This does a lot of tasks. So it goes from excuse me, OS deployment, OS plus apps, plus drivers, configured fully or configured OS over an empty machine, over empty machines over the network, and then configuration changes to OS and applications, and then it also uses WDS and WSUS to deploy the excuse me, to deploy patches, as well as to use it uses WDS features to deploy OS and images. The SCCM, very powerful for software deployment, software and OS deployments, images deployment. And then there are third-party software as well, Acronis, Ghost, new one, Adoptiva. Deployment solution? What's the name for that? Semantic. It's Ghost. Ghost. Semantic Ghost. Yeah. What else? Anyone remembers anything other than that? There's MDT, which is Microsoft solution. So I'll add it to the Microsoft deployment tool. Sorry, deployment tool. So and images. Only GPO. So does GPO deploy OS? So only GPO is the one that will deploy .msi applications. Other than that, all others will be deploying images. Software deployment. So yours, that's an antivirus agent, right? So McAfee has that, and every antivirus has that. For other software other than Kaspersky? So it's a deployment tool for applications. Okay. So Kaspersky also has a solution for that. use it. Okay, Casper Sky software deployment solutions. Oh, what a long name I have to give. Okay, solutions. Anything else? Oh, sorry. Oh, it's enough. Yeah, you're right. Actually. So
going to each and every
till 1 o'clock tonight, we'll be done with everything. No way. No, we're going for WDS. So the WDS. So we were just looking at what are the other deployment solutions. So WDS and WSUS are both free inbuilt features in Windows 2012 R2 with it comes with that license. While SCCM, you have to give a pay for that license. It's a separate server you install, and it's pain to install even. So you have to install SQL Server for large environments, and then you have to create databases. You have to configure the whole thing. MDT is also very quick and fast solution after WDS. Actually, it's better than WDS in many factors. So it's also a deployment tool, does everything OS images deployment. So we're gonna do the first we're gonna do just the OS deployment, just to take a idea how do we deploy an operating system which is extracted from an ISO of Windows 2012 R2. Then we're going to create an image, we're going to install application, and then we're going to take the image and deploy first upload it on the WDS server. Then we're going to deploy that image to an empty machine. So it should be working, better be.
Before that, we will configure that WDS.
Yes, of course, we're gonna configure that. But major steps, I was just telling. Of course, we're gonna configure the WDS server side, and each step requires configuration on the server side. But these are the market solutions. If you go for keep the current color scheme. Okay, so if you go for any job announcement opportunities, you will find these solutions. Oh, we have this, you should be a Superman on this, or we have that solution, you should know that. Okay.
CCM, the certificate for it? Because
Yeah, 70-243, and better to have it. Sorry? Yeah, many job opportunities. SCCM is there. If it's a Windows role, Windows is also being maintained, they require SCCM. So it's mucho importante. Muy that. Okay, so for WDS, which is inbuilt free solution, and it's doing pretty much what is required in the production environments as well. But if you WDS, but if you have SCCM, it uses WDS features for its deployment.
Can you
Yeah.
explain again, just like, keep making sure for that.
Okay.
US.
Sure. So WDS is what? Deployment solution. It deploys what? So we were talking about what WDS does and what GPO does. The difference between two Microsoft free solutions for deployment is GPO deploys just MSI .MSI extension software. So we have MS Office, Adobe Acrobat, and other software. There are companies that have released their MSI version, which GPO recognizes and then deploys. Then we have very powerful SCCM solution that deploys operating system plus applications plus drivers. And if you want to make any configuration changes, like in registry changes for thousands of computers, so SCCM does it all. WDS is a solution that also deploys OS or OS plus apps plus drivers image. I can add their image. So WDS does that all, but SCCM is more powerful than this. WDS has limitations. We're going to do WDS, and we're going to deploy OS, then OS plus applications and drivers image. So WDS is something that is covering most of what you are required to deploy in a production environment in big organizations if they don't have SCCM. And there is WSUS, Windows Software Update Services. That is just patching for Microsoft applications, Microsoft operating systems. So security patches, security updates that our home computers always automatically download security updates and stuff. So WSUS is just that. It does that. So we're gonna first do WDS, then we're gonna try to do WSUS as well today. So MDT is another solution that it has to be separately installed. It's not built into Windows 2012. Acronis, Ghost, Adoptiva, Kaspersky, there are third-party solutions. You would find these solutions as well in the market for software deployment. But this is in huge demand, SCCM. And when you start installing it and try to understand that, then you will know it's complicated. Okay, I'm recording that. Okay, pause. Okay, so WDS, we're gonna it's all deployment solution. Let's go ahead with some of the prerequisites for that. You need, if WDS needs to be working, you need server domain controller, authentication, DNS, DHCP. These three are in place, then only we can have WDS role installed. It requires that to work basically. We're gonna have one server. We already have that server 1 with DNS and Active Directory. I think we all have DHCP as well. Yes? No? Maybe?
Not in this way.
So we're going to just deploy DHCP, which is just a 2-minute task. Then we're going to, right after DHCP, although we're going to test that DHCP working. If DHCP is not working, WDS will not work. WDS totally depends on DHCP. So then we're gonna, while we're doing that, we're gonna talk about the logic, but I'm gonna put here major steps, what we are about to do. Prerequisites. Before installing WDS on your network, you must meet some requirements. Yes, we just discussed that. Active Directory, DHCP, DNS. So the WDS terminology. We must make sure we understand the concepts of WDS. What are boot images, install images, capture images, and reference computer, sysprep. It will all, this all will be involved in doing this. Sysprep, it's for capturing the image. It's going to be used. Then multicast transmission. So you're saving bandwidth with this by, if you are deploying an image on 30 machines at one time, you're going to take the bandwidth. If you enable multicasting, you're going to take the bandwidth of one deployment, and 30 machines will take that image while using the bandwidth of one deployment, so you do not clog the network. We're gonna go to that and talk about that. Wake means wake up. It's a Windows automatic installation kit, so you want your installation to be unattended. So this is the case where you don't have, so if you're deploying to 1000 machines and you don't want all the machines to be waiting at certain points to click OK, and then you go ahead. So you may want it to be unattended installation, right? So the wake is for that. Okay, so boot images, this is the installation part. So we basically need to deploy first a server on an empty machine, right? So let me just put those major steps. Oh. Did we have okay, cool, not cool. So major steps, configure DHCP. Oh, you won't be able to see that. So this is okay, right? Hey, those guys, these guys, yeah. I was gonna say, this is mysterious. Hey, that was too late for the brilliant gang. So configure DHCP would be the first major step for deploying WDS lab. Configure DHCP, test it. Second step would be to install and configure WDS. And we're going to discuss during the way. Stop bugging me. Okay, so then we're going to deploy server OS on an empty machine. So the machine has to connect to DHCP, then the machine has to be redirected by DHCP to our WDS server. WDS server will offer images and authentication, that who are you who are asking for images, and we can play with all those options. Excuse me. So this will be a server OS. We're going to deploy that over the network to an empty machine. Then we're going to have a machine with installed OS and one app. So it will be our reference machine. Take an image of that machine and then upload it to the WDS server and deploy it to the 1000 empty machines. So we need to know how to configure this option. Okay, cool. Not cool. Should have put the bullets. Not those bullets. These bullets. Oh, numbers. Yay. Okay, so multicast. One lab for one small lab for that. Multicasting the machines. That's not the Cisco concept, or if you're going for any of those concepts. So it's different. It's just saving. So I'm just gonna saving the bandwidth during image deployment. So that would be okay. So first of all, I'll just go to my domain controller. Everyone is on DC1. Agent 007. If we log into our domain controller, make sure.
So the new one or the old one?
Whichever is working, fine. New one is better.
Because we installed the AD&D and this is the new one, and
That's good. If it is installed and working, that's okay. That's what we want.
remember last time I had a problem with this.
So this is a new one, right?
Yeah, no, it works here, but the last exam.
It didn't work. It works here. That's all we need. Yeah. So if it works, as long as it's working, right? So it's okay. Okay. So I have DHCP. So who do not have DHCP? 1, 2, 3.
Okay, but you need a DHCP for the DHCP
Four.
for the two servers?
For only one server.
Because the two other servers they have fixed it.
Yeah. So we're gonna just test the DHCP if it's working fine or not. So everyone knows how to install DHCP? That's the spirit. Although nobody else answered. Okay. So please go ahead and install DHCP. Give it a range of whatever range you want, from 50 to 100, whatever range. God.
Can you please run that video?
Just like during the test, everyone was running. That's how I should run. So you have the video access. Now you know how to use a video without me noticing. Come on. So you have a practice for that too. So it's okay. But anyway, it was just about making it happen. So it was good performance. So okay, DHCP. I'm just going to try to check on my server by removing the static IP. Those who do not have it, please start installation of DHCP. Those who have it can please test on another server by removing the static IP if DHCP is giving the IP or not. So let me know everyone's status. If anyone is stuck on DHCP, first you can ask my help. Second, then you go to Timbits and bring 40 timbits for everyone because you're asked help for DHCP. No, I'm just joking. You can ask, no problem. Then timbits. Okay. Anyway, so server 3 administrator. So I'm just gonna log into agent 007. Just checking my DHCP. Alright, I'm logged in. So I'll just remove my static IP and go to local server. And properties, IPv4 double click, obtain automatically for IP address and DNS. Obtain IP address automatically, press OK, close. So I should be getting 50 or 51, 63. Okay, I was getting, so I'll just check on DHCP lease if this machine is leasing the IP from my DHCP. So IPv4 scopes address lease and 63. Yep, this machine is getting this IP. So remove the static IP from your server and done. Right. Both domain controller and member server? No, just one. To check just the DHCP, because we're gonna create a new machine. It's going to be just empty machine, and we're gonna start, and it's going to pick the image over the network. But first we have to configure all the steps on WDS. If they are correct, that machine will pick up the image. We'll help that machine to pick up the image. So we'll understand the basics of just image creation and deployment. So every two have done. Oh, so I think that's everyone today, right? Lots of people are missing. So if you are present, please let me know. So Ahmed Ibrahimi.
Yep.
All right. Hey, the topper. Well, the first one was Golang. Huh?
To safeguard the DHCP.
No, just one server.
The last time the PHP not working, I tried everything.
Yeah. No, it could happen that,
No, because
blame it on Microsoft.
No, because I deleted.
Yeah, he did everything.
I did everything. I deleted supporting. I cloned a new clone. Now I the PHP it works fine.
So he's eating alone. Yeah. Okay. So no, but this time it's working, right?
Yeah.
So that there's a technical reason for that. That network was haunted. It's okay. So.
No, but if you put static IP, it was working.
Oh, okay. No, but DHCP has to communicate. So everything has to do with communication, either network cards, firewalls. I'm sure you have checked everything. I'm sure.
It was like simple, like just configure the
Yeah.
DNS and it should pick up the.
Yeah, you're right. If write on static and it picks up, so haunted. Let's leave it to ghosts and
Is that the whole recording?
Huh? Whoa. Okay. 15 minutes into the video, I have to edit that. So, and Ajay. All right. And Ali Sadat. All right. So Ali Gudarzi. Right. Ali Raza Kashani. All right. And Alan. Yep. And Anton. Nope. And Aisen. Oh. Absent. Alice Mendes. All right. Faramers Samson. All right. And this dropped guy and Gregory. Oh, physically, but mentally you're not. Okay, absent. So Harith. Okay. You're physically and mentally both, right? Okay. So, Julian. All right. Lawrence.
Mentally here.
Mentally here, but physically not. So, huh? Okay. Hey, today so many took absent. Yeah.
You told me, right?
Oh, that was Lawrence.
Yeah, that's all that.
Still, he's absent, right? Oh, but he gave a reason and cannot be discussed. Okay, Manzur, you're okay. If you're looking at me, this means that you're mentally present as well. Okay, Mohammed Gholami. Hey, the topper in the test, huh? Then this guy,
Ibrahim.
Ahmed Ibrahim. Yeah. You guys, what's wrong with you? You finished the test the first time. I mean, what's right? Okay, forget it.
Where are the marks?
Yeah.
Already given.
Where?
The midterm grades and percentage.
Where?
Blackboard?
So I submitted it because Danesh asked, and I don't know when the software is supposed to show you.
Can we do
Percentage. It's so all the teachers were supposed to submit that when yesterday, the day before yesterday. If you didn't see that now, ask Danesh.
or you could just show us the thing, right? Rather than
Majority of you did good. Those who finished in the class and those who did carry on during the days, I also salute you guys. Like, you guys kept on doing that. I mean, you didn't lose hope. So especially Paulina, you were like, you stuck to that and I'm gonna do that. So all others, right? So I didn't want to hear that. Oh, I just lose hope that I cannot do it. No, you all did it and you were able to do that, right? So that's a good thing. So even you took more time. Next test, which will be more brutal than this, I guarantee that. So I hope you don't take that much time. There will be not that much time from the school, from the.
No, we just wanted to know how much we got and how much percentage.
Just show us.
Here, I cannot show here. It should be there. I'll ask Danesh that. Aren't we supposed to show that?
It's very easy. Everybody's responsible
Okay.
for his own grades.
We'll submit by next year.
So okay, I'll send it on the. I'll send the Excel file on the group.
It's in a PDF.
Okay, PDF. Yeah. Oh yeah. If there will be an updated version, 100%, 100%. Somebody will 200%, 200%.
Just show us here. Why
You have to-
you don't have to
Because it's not in that form that I could show. It's like gibberish kind of thing. But I submitted in.
Don't worry.
I was recording that and presents. I'm recording the presents as well. For God's sake. Okay, come on, resume. Okay, minimize. Go to dashboard. I'm installing. I'm making sure that DHCP is working fine. After that, now I'm going to install WDS. So if your DHCP is not working fine, forget it. I mean, your WDS cannot work if your DHCP is not working. So test it.
Work or cannot be installed? Can be installed?
It can be installed. It's not going to give results if your DHCP is not tested. Don't install it, test it as well, DHCP. Okay, add roles and features, and then next, let me know if somebody is stuck somewhere so I could ask for 10 bits. Okay, now, next, the first three screens, just next, right? So, and then WDS is right at the last third. Okay, Windows deployment services here, and the pop-up add features, just add the features. Windows deployment services, everyone there? Okay, next. It's just next, finish. So nothing on features, and next. Sorry? In the new domain controller. Yeah. Next, it's just binaries. We're not even configuring. Next and finish. Oh, okay. Oh, I should not have timbits. Okay, anyway, some timbits are stuck. Deployment server means that if you want to deploy on smaller scale, so small to medium sized companies would just go for deployment server. All the features work, just transport server. If you uncheck cancel, I'm not unchecking that. If you uncheck transport server, the deployment server will do, but it's not going to take a lot of pressure. It's not going to take a huge load. So transport server. So transport server is for. Oh, you're not able to see that? Well, we are all on the same screen, but yeah, magnifier, I've used it in some other areas, in other classes as well. They also said, shut it down. They also appreciated it, then said, can you close it? So no, but for commands, it's perfect. So when I'm writing commands before, I used to say it. Okay. Okay, this. So this is role services. Everyone on this screen? Deployment server and transport server. If you don't have transport server, you cannot make large scale deployments.
Large means
1000 computers, 100 computers. So when I used to do that, so in Windows 2003, this WDS was called RIS in 2003, remote installation services. So I used to do for like 30 machines or 60 maximum I did was 60 machines at one time. So, but it could be large scale deployment. You can, there's no reason to uncheck that, but the main thing only is to understand is that if you have smaller deployment environment, then you can just use the deployment server only, and transport server can be unchecked if you want, but there is no reason. It's for large scale deployment mainly it's used. So we'll just check both because we need to see all the features. Multicast is available in transport server.
We select the transport server at the right server.
It's going to just support large scale deployment. It's going to take, but when you uncheck that, we have to still check what is removed. I think that multicast will be the one thing that.
The process will be done in the server.
Yeah, you can still do the process with the only deployment server as well, but I don't see the reason to uncheck in any where. Maybe you have, if you have configured Windows Essentials, that's Essentials is always for small environment, right? Windows Essential. Anyone has configured or worked on Windows Essential? 2012 Essential, Windows 2008 Essential. It has Exchange server built in, so you can get an idea what kind of. It's a for small business, so you have all the major roles inside one operating system. Windows Essentials. It's for 2008 also, it's for 2012 as well. Anyway, this is for large scale deployment that we keep the two options configured. Next. If it needs a restart, which is a good thing that we should always check that. If it needs a restart, then it should restart. This is just binaries with one configuration option. We're just going to install that. Click. Okay, so WSUS server, the second lab, it requires internet connection. Since we all have internet connection, I think fast internet connection. We will be requiring a little initial installation of WSUS data, but then we're gonna go and see the features of what needs to be configured. Okay, in my case it's done. Close. And so we have WDS. Now we need to configure it. I hope your DHCP was tested. I'm repeating again and again. If it's not tested, good luck. So okay, there's no yellow sign here, so we're just going to go to tools. If it is done, we're gonna go way down, or we're just gonna go to left. WDS is showing here. Right click here, either go to tools or I come here and open the Windows Deployment Services Management Console. And on next Saturday we're going to be doing, we're going to try to do 5 or 6 labs. There will be smaller BitLocker and NIC teaming, all very critical, and IPAM, new feature, all new features, not all, IPAM is new. So that would be require you to be
So BitLocker is the security
feature, and Mostly if your hard disk is stolen, then the encryption should be there.
No, I
And
had the same problem because the system admin gave me the key of the locker and I have to use it.
so you have to recover. If you lose your key, then there's a recovery account for that. Mainly it's the encryption you put on the hard disk. So okay, so WDS is open for everyone.
Yeah.
This screen, okay, so let's just expand servers. Server 1 is there, it's yellow, it's just saying, hey, configure me, dude. Oh, okay. So and Active Directory's pre-stage devices. Can anyone tell me the concept of pre-staging? We did discuss that before as well, I think. Pre-stage, so the physical machine is not even there, and so you use the GUID of that machine, universal ID of that machine in the Active Directory, name it, and if when that machine is installing or joining the domain, Active Directory will know by the GUID of the machine that this is the machine that is supposed to join the domain, not a other machine that is, some hacker trying to join. So if your environment is like your test environment, or there is no outside interference in your lab, then you don't need pre-staging. But in production environments, maybe military installations, wherever there's securities of topmost importance, you pre-stage a machine by adding the GUID. So if I try to right click this and add device here for pre-stage, it's going for device ID, name, and OU. So device group, device ID. So enter the name of the device and device ID. You can specify organizational unit in which the device account will be created, or leave the OU field blank and blah blah blah. The main thing, device ID would be, what would be the device ID? Serial number? Especially not the MAC address.
SI.
No, SID has nothing to do. When it's joined, then it gets that.
So
This is,
name.
so it's purely hardware thing. So when you're buying from a vendor, GUID, it's the universal ID, GUID, and you will find either in documentation of that, or you can just ask the vendor, hey, 10 machines we just bought from you, can you give the GUIDs of all these machines? So the machine or motherboard will be given this GUID, which you need to add. So if GUID,
Is there any
graphical user ID.
check that?
We have commands for serial for getting this. Actually, in one class we did Google it, and we were able to find the GUID for that device. So device ID, if we new computer, if I go for new computer device ID for pre-staging in Active Directory, I should have wrote that. So pre-staging client computers, so this is the GUID or MAC address pool. Okay, so the MAC address, mainly the GUID I have been and there is that command as well, WDS util add dash device colon computer 1. So yes, there is GUID is mainly I've seen, but yes, MAC address could also be, although their GUID may not be changed, but MAC address can be changed if you change the network card. MAC address is just for network card, right? So physically if you change the network card, but if you put that MAC address to the Active Directory, after that you change the network card, MAC address or network card you change, then of course it's not going to join even, right? So that's going to be one proof that yes, if the network card is changed, you won't be able to join a pre-staged environment, right? So this is the link for pre-staged clients, and this is the using WDS util you can attempt to find the device. So yes, it's the GUID and MAC address as we saw in the image. This is it, MAC and GUID. So globally unique identifier as well as MAC. Okay, so as now we know.
Hardware has its own MAC address, not only motherboard.
So every device has a MAC. So we don't call it MAC address, right?
Motherboard Any VGA card, everything has its own mechanism.
No, I think nowadays
yeah, you were saying?
because the board email has a NIC card in it, so it shouldn't be changed.
Normally we hear MAC address in computer environment always with NIC, but they might have their own unique addresses, so it's asking for GUID.
If everything is made by the
It should have. Logically you're right.
someone else is using Intel.
Okay.
VGA,
Mhm.
that's the one.
Oh, I'll send you the link since you asked for the command. It has that very long command, but it will be good to. I'll just send that. Put that slide so we can put it for the pre-staging. Okay, let's. So pre-staging option is one there. So this is for pre-staging. Requires GUID and MAC. Okay, so let's go ahead and go and configure the WDS. Excuse me. So everyone has this yellow sign showing, right? Right click that and click configure server. So right click and configure server. So we have this window open. Now it is also asking for those same prerequisites, but some new things as well. The server is a member of Vector. Yes, it is. Okay, ADDS is there. DHCP server on the network. So there is an active DHCP. This is because Windows Deployment Services uses PXE environment or pre-boot execution environment, which relies on DHCP for IP addressing. So I'm just saying that again. So what is PXE? PXE, pre-boot execution environment. Brief concept, one-liner if you can say.
If you want to boot it from the network, then you use.
It's going to search for DHCP. So you want to boot from network. You have a network card, and it has nothing installed, right? So it's going to automatically search for a local DHCP server or any communicable DHCP server. So if the PXE feature is not there, it's just going to boot and say, okay, that's it. No operating system found, or that's it. No communication. So PXE nowadays every network card is PXE enabled, or it will be if it's booted from if we boot from network card, it's going to try to find the DHCP. That's and it's going to heavily rely on. So there should be a DHCP to respond, right? So okay, DNS should be active. NTFS, yeah. Okay. So far so good. Next. Integrated with Active Directory, yes, we do not want it to be a standalone WDS server, although there's a choice here, but yes, we would like to be integrated with Active Directory. Okay. Oh wow, where'd you get that? Okay, anyway, next. So it's recommended to have it installed on another drive, but we don't care. So let's go ahead. So why? If we have another drive, it's going to have images, huge images of different hardware images, different software and hardware and OS images. So it's going to be huge images. So we do not want the C drive to be filling up fast.
So you need another driver, and it should be big.
It should be very big.
Space.
It should have another drive and big.
You will get the driver like that. Just click next, it will give you an option.
Yeah. So we'll get the warning, but the best practice is to have another drive. Oh, I need to see what's the space we gave to our,
60.
because we're gonna have OS plus application image copy to this. It's 60 GB, right?
That file.
It's okay.
We use 60 GB.
Yeah, it's 60 GB.
Yeah, can you use
We will-
for the, network for the
Yeah, we can do. Yeah, shared folder we can use, definitely. So we can use that too, or other drive. For now, let's just go for this. Remote install is the folder in which all the folders of WDS will be there and images. Next. Volume selected, blah blah blah, is a system volume, and try not to do that here. Okay, got the warning. Press yes and go ahead. Okay, so yes, we should really pay attention to previous window in a production environment. And here, do not listen on DHCP and DHCP v6 ports, as well as configure DHCP options for proxy DHCP. So if DHCP is running on this server, check both the following checkboxes. In our case, Yes, we have WDS and DHCP both running. Following check was and use DHCP tools to add appropriate PIXI options to all DHCP and DHCP V6 scopes. If you have scopes, where I was doing a job previously at university, so there were scopes created for each department. There were like 14 or 15 departments, so 15 scopes. So each scope, for now we will have just one scope, but each scope we were configuring these options for PIXI, not each scope, wherever the deployment was needed, and wherever we did not want the images to be deployed, we did not configure this WDS options there for those scopes. If a non-Microsoft DHCP server is running on this server, for example, non-Microsoft DHCP, Linux DHCP, Cisco DHCP, any DHCP, then check the first box, manually configure DHCP option 60. So check the first box. Yeah.
How we can dedicate scope to the department? How we can?
No, that's coming.
that's
No, so WDS option is there for the scope as well.
How we can make like the
No, actually, okay, that's
one department
yeah.
make the data scope.
So it's
Too many
there's a
scopes.
router between them. There's a routable switch there that you subnet this, then you subnet another department with this, and you only connect that department machine to that switch only, and you create a separate subnet, then you VLAN them. So it could be different scopes totally if you want to go that level. Nobody cares, So if configure DHCP options for proxy DHCP. The Windows deployment configuration wizard detected Microsoft DHCP server running on this server. Please select from the following options. So do not listen on DHCP port. What's the reason for that? Do not listen on DHCP port.
Because there will be another DHCP server and that's why the client can get the IP address from that.
So suppose there is only one DHCP here.
You should
Then
check. If you have another DHCP, I think you have to,
Okay. Any other reason?
because there is already DHCP server installed.
V6, yeah, it's we already not have it. So do not listen on DHCP because if WDS is here on the same, they're both going to listen to the same port. So when the client is asking just for an IP address, WDS will be listening to the same port 60 as well. So in the same machine, if both are listening to the same port, then dynamically the ports will be assigned to both the services. So it's never recommended to install DHCP in a small environment. We will do that. In a separate environment, we always install WDS in a separate machine, right? So both will listen to the same port. So dynamically the ports will be assigned by the operating system to both WDS and DHCP. So they should listen to separate ports for their separate services. How? One new client is looking for a DHCP for a IP address first. So the new client starts, and I don't have a marker. Anyway, so the new client starts instead of making the drawing. It's an empty client. What happens? It looks for a DHCP. It finds a DHCP. It at once gets an IP address. What happens next? The DHCP refers that client to the WDS. If we have configured WDS now here, right? So after that it is offered, then if we press F12, it will ask that do you want to go to that service. It will ask for F12 option. If we press that option F12, although we can remove that option, then it's going to automatically go to WDS. There will be a wizard there, window there appearing. It will ask for this image is Windows 7, Windows 8 image, Windows 2012 image, which image you want. So either automatically it's going to be referred to images screen, or if we do, we can offer the option of pressing F12. If you don't press F12, it's just not going anywhere. Or if you press F12, then that screen option will come. So we're gonna check those options, all options there, right?
So if we install the WDS in a different machine,
Then this option we can uncheck on for DHCP 1. Okay, for so DHCP can be proxied as well. Configure DHCP options for proxy. It will automatically, DHCP will automatically try to listen for its services while the WDS is also listening. DHCP will also try to listen to the services. So yes, we need both options enabled because both servers are on the same machine right now. Okay, next. Do not respond to any client computers. Select that, and no, I'm just kidding. Yes, we need to respond. We need clients to be responded. So first option is do not respond. Respond only to known clients. This is what?
Here JID is already available in pre-staging.
Pre-staging. Number 2 is pre-staging. Authenticated clients, which is pre-staged clients only. MAC or GUID. Respond to all clients, known and unknown. Is there a risk here? So, yeah, what's the risk? Risk? No, known and unknown. Known, so this means pre-staged clients. Unknown, whatever client is connected to your network, internal networks, while
Applying 1,000 clients, how you can put GID of each client in
Yeah.
pre-staging? So
So
you just like this.
you can check the bugs for approval request.
so yes, we're going to check it, and this is going to, we need to keep in mind that approval box is needed. On the client side, it's not going to show, hey, I need an approval, so I'm waiting for approval. It's going to simply, bar will be moving, and we will be looking at it. Oh, it's installing. After 2 hours, it's still installing. Then we'll go to the server. It needs an approval. As soon as you hit approval, at once next screen will come. So we're going to do that in order for us to be very sharp and careful. That is it installing or do we need approval? So yes, let's click approval.
Okay, I just moved back to the prestige.
Yeah, pre-staging.
If we do choose the respond only to the known client computers. So by default we have to add every visit to the prestige, but we can add OU now.
GUID will have to be added. After that, if you want to add it to an OU as well, that's our choice.
I mean, if we got the OU in
Yeah.
that's just before we have that choice.
Yeah.
And then accept all what you got in that.
No.
You have to add each.
GUID is a manual process unless we have a script.
Okay.
Unless somebody has to type the GUIDs, so we'll tell the vendor, hey, we are purchasing, come on, do this dirty work to someone else. Excel file. Then we're gonna just add the Excel file with the script.
So if we don't have to, it just instruct the user just to plug his computer to the network and select the 12 and we approve it from our side without.
Yeah, normally end users are not doing that. Our desktop support department will be doing that.
Like your laptop and
Still, there is authentication used
from the server.
in image. No. During the image also there is authentication. Who are you? We can remove that in unattended setup, but in attended setup, we need to, in smaller number of PCs, authentication is used. So yes, we will select the third respond to all client computers, known and unknown, and require administrator approval. This is tricky. We always tend to forget that, and client will never tell. That's the main thing. So we'll be on the look for this.
So it's not authentication, it's approval.
It's approval. It's
from the machine itself.
Exactly. So it's approval from us.
Yeah, you have to approve.
Yeah. So it's a manual process. So it's a double authentication. That if we need to approve, okay, let me check who's connecting now. So we can manually do that as well. Next. Okay, let's carry on with. There are 2 ways we can configure a client to grab an operating system, but okay, that's 1, 2, 3 steps ahead. Right now, what we need to do after this, I'm just going to write here. So we will be we have installed WDS, configured. No, we haven't configured it. Now we have to make sure that ISO of 2012 R2 is mounted to our server 1. Why? We need 2 files here, boot.vim and install.vim. 2 files. So I'm just going to type here
On the stations.
on our WDS server. So we need 2 files boot.vim from the ISO of whichever OS we are deploying. Right now, let's just deploy an server OS, but it is normally we don't deploy OS servers like that, right? We deploy clients, Windows 7, Windows 8 clients, right? So boot.vim from the ISO of the for now Windows 2012 server, and we need install.vim from Windows 2012. So boot.vim file, it has all the files that will help to boot the operating system, but the rest of the operating system. So when you're deploying an operating system over the network on an empty machine, what will happen? Boot.vim will offer the files. It will copy the files which are helping in booting the empty machine. But if you then install.vim, it will have the rest of the files to install the whole operating system. So 2 files are needed. First, the boot files to deploy on the empty system, then install files need to be copied as well. So over the network, these 2 files will deploy the whole operating system there. This is just an empty operating system we're talking about. So we will be adding a boot.vim file. We will be then adding a install.vim. Sorry. So it's a bare metal. It's an empty machine. Oh, did I say operating system? Okay, empty machine. Okay, can I take back those words in the air? Empty machine. Yeah, I'm talking about empty machine. So, and this is the empty operating system right now, because it has no applications and drivers. See, that's what I meant at that time. So, okay, next step. I think it's done for everyone. It rhymes. Done for everyone. Okay, finish. It should be green. Is it green for everyone? It's actually black, so right click and all tasks and start. The service of WDS is stopped right now. If it is not green, right click, go to all tasks and start. It was stopped? Okay. Is it stopped for everyone? Yeah. Okay. So all tasks. So this will be, please remember these steps during the final brutal test.
We have your video.
Yeah. Even then, this final test, you will be allowed to use videos. You will be allowed to discuss with everyone, but the test you have to do it in time.
Groups. Do it in groups.
If you are given a job in groups, if you will be employed in groups, and if the company take you as a group, I'll let you do as a group.
I will be a part of a team.
Team player? Your individual skills that need to be polished, not the group skills. You can do it, then you can do it in the job. If somebody else has all the ideas and you're like, yeah, so you lose, that guy who has more idea will win.
Maybe they are polishing it.
No, so you will watch all the videos, all the documents will be there, just finish it on time, because there will be this many tasks. Okay, so all tasks start, because in production environment that's how it is. Yeah, its services are starting. Okay, first we will copy the boot.vim image to the boot images, then we'll copy the install.vim in the install images.
How you can get these files? Vim and install.
Exactly. So from DVD. So is it done for everyone? This
Yes.
Could you please show the 8th step?
eighth step.
Step 8.
Install.vim. Install.vim from Windows 2012 ISO. So I'm just going to add first the boot.vim. So I'll go there to the DC. This is the boot images. Before that, I'm just going to make sure my DVD is mounted with the ISO of 2012 R2. So I'll go to the operating system, right click that, go to the properties, Or if I go to the removable devices and settings, and yes, I have my ISO for 2012 R2 exactly. Okay, I think everyone has it. Yeah, right. Okay, I'm back on boot images because I need to be sure that I have ISO of 2012 mounted. Right click the boot images and add boot image. Everyone there? Right click and add boot image. We're just adding the bootable portion of the image. So add boot image, click, this window will appear. Every2 there. File location. So it says there the sources folder. We will find both boot.vim and install.vim files in the sources folder of the DVD ISO 2012 R2, right? So it says there also. I'll go to the browse and then I'll go where? To the DVD. Browse DVD. This is the DVD. Since it's the 2012 R2, double click that. There is that sources folder. Everyone found that? No, that's not good. Okay, sources folder, browse, then you go to DVD, right? Under the this PC. Everyone on the sources folder. If you double click the sources folder, you will find only two files, two Vim files, right?
Yeah, boot Vim and
Exactly, you're there. Sources for the boot images. We're going to add boot images, boot Vim. For install images, install Vim, right? Every2 there.
No, just a second.
Okay, I'll go back. I'll cancel out from here and cancel out from here. I want to add the boot.vim, so I'm right clicking on boot images. I think everyone has a DVD Windows 2012 ISO
Mine.
mounted. You have it, right?
No, I don't have it. I'm just mounting.
Okay. Everyone else has it? Has what? The DVD should be mounted for your domain controller. I can show you again. Right click server 1, settings of the server 1. How to mount, right? Settings of server 1, go to DVD. This is the DVD. And then go to browse. Every2 did that?
I don't have.
That 2012 R2? Okay. Okay, one more thing. Excuse me. If you don't have 2012, even if you have Windows 8, even if you have Windows 7, it's okay. As long as you have any OS ISO. So it's okay. It's the same procedure for every ISO, right? So everyone did that? Okay, cancel out, add boot image, right click the boot image, add boot image, and then go to the browse. So the file location is asking for a file location here. Browse, sources. Oh, first I will go to this PC. Then I should go to DVD, which has mounted the ISO of 2012. Then I go to the sources folder. Every2 there. Alright. Sources, boot.vim. Double click the boot.vim if you're there. Double click like this. So D sources boot.vim. It should show like this, right? Inside the sources there's boot.vim. Everyone there? Okay. So let's go ahead next. I'm going next. Am I going fast? Okay. Am I going very slow? Okay. Oops. Next. Okay, it has detected that it's a x64. Let's just go ahead next.
But
Yeah.
it's not saying that it's 2012 R2.
Yeah, it's not saying that. And if we have multiple images, we should specifically put the image name as Windows 2012 R2 OS. We should do that. But for now, it's a lab. But yes, that's the best practice. Next, it's detecting this again as a selected image. Yes, we selected this image. Everyone following? Okay, next. And now it will take forever. Not. Oh, that's not the forever part. The other one is the forever part. So the selected images were successfully added to the server. Everyone sees the finish line?
Yeah.
The SSD gang and all others? Okay. Is it finito? Okay, finish. So second thing, install images. Same thing. Right click install images, add install image. There's only extra window coming here that asks for, hey, what group is it for? So we can just say that the accounts department just asked for 30 machines. So we'll just put it accounts machines, but we can create as many groups, and this is just an example. Accounts machines. So next, same thing, file location, and you know what the file is, install.vim, right? The only other vim. Browse. I should go to the sources. I'm already in the sources. Install.vim is there.
So here it shows the 4
Oh, you're already there. Okay, let me reach there. Double click install.vim, and next, yes, it shows the 4 options. We do not want 4 additions. We here for us do not want 4 additions, but in production environment you may want 4 options. This is a server. We don't mass deploy a server, but some companies do that too. Even in client Windows 8, it's going, if it's asking for different versions, if your company policy is about only installing the certain kind of version, like just ultimate, just enterprise, and it's showing home edition as well as enterprise ultimate, so you can uncheck other options. In our case, we're just going to go for data center GUI. So server, data center, last one we need. The rest will take just the space and time, so we're just going to uncheck all those. In company requirement, so you have to go with the company policy, what is allowed in your company, right? So I'm just going for the last one, R2 server data center, as long as it's not saying the core. So all the files for this one will be installed, which means that we're saving a lot of space and time by not selecting those. Next. So now we know the reason, right? Next. Okay, only R2 data center was selected. Next. Okay, let it take forever, and while it's doing that, anyone stuck? Need my help? What happened?
I'm uploading the OS.
Uploading? Downloading?
Because I'm working in the E6i.
Oh, okay. Oh, so you might have extra steps than this.
Yeah, I already.
Okay, it's on the data store. You're putting something there. Cool. You're also using ESXi? Oh, that's very good way to do it. This lab. I mean, you always have to deal with ESXi. All the options there. That's a perfect way to do that. Good. Oh, that's the vCloud. You have your own machine, but you also vCloud.
It's
Cool.
our own vehicle.
That's the private cloud. Cool. If you use this lab with the ESXi, that's the best way to go for it, because ESXi skills will be sharpened. For next cohort, I'll go for ESXi. So we'll sharpen our skills with ESXi as well.
Then you need 38 weeks for next.
Oh, okay. That's low. Oh, okay.
500 GB.
Shoot. Okay, finish. Is it finished for everyone? This one?
Yeah.
Only SSD guys talked. All others done? Dude, it done. Okay, finish. Okay, at this particular stage, we are ready to deploy. So now we need to understand the options. If I go to the server side, everyone, if you're already done, can we go to the server side, server 1, right click there, and properties. Many important options are there in the properties. Every two there.
Yes.
So on the server 1 here, on the left, up, right click, properties. Everyone there? All right. Properties, and then there is something that we need to know before we go to the client. Second one, same option here, Pixie response. I noticed that in other classes as well that it's unchecked. So we let us check again. This is getting unchecked in R2 somehow, but in 2008 it was not like that. Same option, but it was checked here as well. While during the installation we did that too, so we should double check the check option, right? So we double check this. Pixie response delay, adjust how quickly this server responds to clients. Why would why would you want to delay it to 999? Suppose it just goes to 99 maximum. So would we want to delay a Pixie response? What does that mean anyway? This Pixie response option. So the server should be responding to a client that is looking for a DHCP and then a WDS server, right? So maybe you want to delay for certain reason. Maybe you have another solution, deployment solution that should be that is on 0 and this is on 99. So if that option does not pick it up, then the other option, maybe you have Acronis there that's offering more than one WDS. If we have more than one WDS, one is having better hardware, faster hardware, so you put it on 0, the second one on 99. That if that's not available, go for this option. At once it will offer the services, right? So definitely we want at once everything. So 0 back. ADDS, I just want to go to that option. So there, if you have hundreds of machines, what happens? Right now it's configured to do what? Your username, and it will number it. So your username, whatever you log in from, plus the number, next machine, next machine, next machine, next machine. But there is a syntax for that, that if you want properly name it, machine number 1, maybe ACC machine number 1, ACC machine accounts department, maybe these are all just account department machines. So you might syntax that in that way. Syntax is found in on TechNet. Good luck. I mean, it's not good luck, it's easy to find. Yeah, and I have that TechNet link where WDS step by step is written with PowerShell scripts as well. So I'm just going. This is also present in the slide. And this is create computer accounts in the following location if you want to create computer accounts. Same domain as the user performing the installation, or same organizational unit. It's about where you want to create, which OU or which area of Active Directory you want to create, which means OU anyway. Create these computer accounts. Wow, this never gets fixed. Boot, this is where life gets easier for us.
So we are using the default value.
No, default values.
Default value?
Yeah. I don't have that syntax.
Specific name, for example, accounts -010203. Then how you can do?
So we need a syntax for that, and I have that link because I did not remember it by heart, but I have mentioned in the slide that. So there are PowerShell scripts also that will just give the names for any next machine by getting to the notepad file, and all the machine names are there. Maybe it's specific to the people.
You know, while talking about those PowerShells, you cannot apply like in the real life if you have not tried them yet before.
Yeah, so that's why there are PowerShell scripts. We can do all this right now on PowerShell. I'll give you the PowerShell scripts, and I'm doing the GUI.
Here we don't need PowerShell, just search the
We need to,
syntax.
exactly. So how, no, your question is good, that in the production environment, suppose I'm not a PowerShell guy, but I have many PowerShell scripts that I have modified and used in Exchange environment, from creating users to checking all the hard disk space to checking all the events. If this critical event is coming on these 5 servers.
So that's why what I'm asking about. That you are providing us. So you have tried them.
Yeah, the scripts for Exchange. Yeah.
For Exchange, you are providing that.
You just need to remind me. That's all. I'll send all the script. This is what big folder.
And we have to.
You just have to modify it according to your environment. So wherever the names, server names are there, you have to just put your server name. But you have to understand the script. Did I send you the book called?
Which we has to study during the TTC.
Exactly.
hours, right?
TTC hours. PowerShell for Dummies.
Yeah.
First 4 chapters.
No, we have not. I have
Don't
not.
have that. Where is that?
I have not received that.
Nice.
I have Exchange cookbook, Power for PowerShell.
Okay, that's also good for Exchange. PowerShell for Dummies actually tells you the basics of PowerShell. That's how I started understanding, and you can only modify a script when you understand the script. You don't have to go even very far, but if you read the whole book, it's also already funny. PowerShell for Dummies. It's funny book, so you're learning a very difficult topic in a fun way.
Website where like we can find.
I have the book now. I'll just upload it on, Dropbox and give you.
I'm asking, is there any website where people are just putting their scripts for others?
TechNet. You just have to put in Google the perfect words. So this I need scripts for this. So I already found like that WDS Windows 2012 script PowerShell installation for these, and I got the exact scripts to install the whole thing from PowerShell. So I have that link opened here. I just wanted to, this one. Okay, not this one. Oh, I closed the whole thing, but I have that link. I'll send you that link, TechNet. I have it in another slide. Okay, I was saying, let's make our life easy. If we have to press F12, we have to catch F12 first. So when the client boots, it gives you 3 seconds to press F12. But when the virtual client boots, it's a mess. So virtual client, when it boots, your mouse is already outside. You have to click mouse at once and press F12 at once. So it's like like this.
You can increase that.
You can increase that time, or you can actually, sorry?
Almost never continuous.
Yeah.
For the F12.
So we can have the continue third option, but not for the known clients. So see there on this screen, not for the known clients. We are only dealing with the unknown clients, right? So if you go for the third option, it says continue the Pixie boot unless the user presses the escape key. This means it will get the DHCP. DHCP will refer it to the WDS, and we should be getting that screen for offering the images. We have just one image to install. So if we keep it to the require F12, then it's a virtual machine thing that you have to grab the screen. So what I used to do is click, and I miss the F12. At once I'll click Alt Control Insert. It will restart again. Then click F12. I missed it again. Alt Control Insert again. So I'll keep on restarting. So it was a very quick process. Instead, just go for the third option. It will, if you press F12 or escape, it's going to stop going to DHCP and WDS. It's not going to go there. So don't press anything. But for DHCP, so let's select this option, boot option, and let's check our first installation because we have talked a lot. So unknown clients, don't go for known clients. We haven't GUIDed the clients. Well, that is the most weirdest word, GUIDed. We did not put the GUID for that. So unknown, continue, apply. Now we know why we are doing that, right? We do not want to press anything. So don't. Okay, if you miss it, restart the machine again. It's an empty machine. It's going to be empty machine. Apply. Okay.
Known client, why you selected
Oh, that. Then I selected back. Oh, whatever we selected known clients, it's not going to affect anyway because there are no known clients. We did not put a GUID there.
You need to press F12 if you want to install something. If you select the first option, even for the known client.
If we have the known clients,
it should be the third option.
okay, let's do that third option.
The second option, always continue.
Or never continue the Pixie boot, or always continue the Pixie boot. Even, okay, let's put both third option because it will be the same option. We are not touching anything, right? So, but if, no, even if we put it on the first option, it's not going to offer F12. But anyway, we can put it to the test, right? So apply, make sure unknown is on third one, apply, okay, let's try. How do we try? We are going to start a new machine. That machine, we create a new VM. There are some things that, so don't go blindly, just follow me, folks. So we have configured the WDS. Let's go to home, create a new machine. I'm going for the new machine. Everyone doing that? All right, typical. Next. And I will install the operating system later, of course. We have to select the third option. Everyone? Select the third option. I will install the operating system later. Next. Okay, it's gonna be Windows 2012. Yes, it's already selected for me. So Windows and Windows 2012. Next. Okay, it's gonna be so it's WDS1. I'll just name it WDS1 in order to make it separate. I'll put it on my super slow drive SSD. So in my case, I'm just putting it D. You can just keep it on C. And WDS1. Next, make sure, okay, hard disk space, whatever it is, we're not changing anything on hard disk, and we're not changing anything on split virtual. We're not changing anything here, right? But there is one change coming, so don't go fast. Otherwise, you will have to create the machine again. Next, customize here. One critical thing that we have to change here. What? Yeah, so I'm on VMnet 12. So otherwise it's not even gonna communicate, and that's the main thing that we're worrying about. VMnet 12. Close. Okay, if that is done, make sure it's finished. Okay, what we expect now, when we start the machine, it's going to go for DHCP. It's going to get the IP address, then it's going to be referred to WDS. We should be seeing some kind of screen that says the image, or it's going to be asking for your authentication, but mostly it's going to be the screen that is offering the image, right? Let's see what happens. So one more thing I need to confirm from my side. Right click my server, since I didn't touch it, so I'll just check my network, VMnet 12. Okay, good. So just double checking, right? Okay, power on the machine, and fingers crossed. Yay. Do you want to try connect this virtual device? No. No corresponding device is available to host. I don't know. So it's no. Okay, IP address found. Whoa, that was fast. Contacting server 01 for WDS. If this is coming to you, you're good. You're okay. Loading what?
Because he didn't recheck that check. So it's already approved. So
I was gonna go to approval now because we cannot sit here till 1 o'clock. So if it's there already, first it got the IP address here. Sorry, not here. This one, 64. It got the IP address from DHCP. Then it press any key to cancel network boot. So we are not supposed to press any key. Right? Third option we selected. And then details below show the information relating to the PIXI. So pending request ID 1. So it is pending until we approve it as an administrator, right? Every 2 there? Okay. What are you doing anyway? Okay. Server 1, we're going there, and we need to go for pending devices here. Server 1. And now we that was the big secret. That was the treasure. That was the 2,000-year-old treasure that we just found. That was the excitement of, oh, okay. Okay, right click. Pending devices. Everyone, right click, approve. If you want to name it, this is also the time, but this is for 1 or 2 machines, right? So right click, approve, and reject. No, just approve. Yeah. So you're not showing, machine is not showing there in the pending devices. So did you have this screen where all the information is there? Okay. So yeah, it was a matter of time. So approve.
We are not going to install it now, right? We shut down. I mean, will we install
we need a working machine to grab an image. So we're gonna use the server 3 or server 2. So we can shut it down actually. You're right. We don't need that. So guys, if the pending device was approved successfully, this is how we are making our life easier. This was the install image and boot image thing. We have another feature called multicast. So any question till now? We don't need that. So in order to grab an image of a reference photo, yeah.
It's asking like for user interaction.
Wait up. So yes, language option, and okay, if it's asking for that, next finish, we are supposed to have a script to answer this, right? From WAIK, and it's asking for, hey, who are you? So did it ask that to you?
Yeah.
So it asks everyone the authentication and everything. Okay, let's just put that agent 007. I think the domain should be there. At my domain dot local back.
Yeah, but I think we can select an option where
There's only one. Yeah.
it's not gonna be asked you for.
Yeah. So this is from creating the script. I'm gonna send you the script. You want me to do that?
I mean, without the script, it doesn't gonna work.
No. That's called unattended file. This is an unattended file. It's also called answer file. So it's gonna answer all these automatically in the background. We need to put that unattended file here in the server. I have to create that file and give it to you. So if you want, so I'm on server 1 in properties. Server 1, right click and properties. And if I go to client, oh, I cannot see the whole screen with that. Boot. So default boot image option, ADDS, yeah, the file location. Where is the, we can use the script. Authorize this, network, TFTP. Yeah, it was client, right? And then the, yeah, enable automated insertion, exactly. So yeah, I was just testing you. I knew that. Okay, thanks. So enable x86 architecture, IA64. So it's about the hardware, but we need to create a unattended file. Not we can call it script, but it's an unattended file, answer file that is created from WAIK. So this, if we are able to do today's 2 labs, so next Saturday morning, I'm just gonna show you that, or before that I'm gonna give you the video because it's already created. There were some errors coming last night. So
Upload the video before at least like 2-3 days ago, because whenever you say put it Friday and say okay, tomorrow we need like these days.
no, the video or the requirement for the next lab.
Requirement for the
Video I always put on the Sunday night. By Sunday or Monday, it's there. Video. You have a whole week to, you're okay. No. So anyway, yeah. So requirement I should be sending on by Wednesday, right? But requirement is always 1 DC, 2 member server, 1 client, join to domain. So if you have already done the screenshot at the end of configuring this basic configuration, you should just revert to that screenshot. That's all.
Because some of us didn't take the
Screenshot. While I asked in the email and gave the steps, please take a screenshot when you're done with the basic environment, so you don't have to reinstall again and again. So I'm just, this what I'm doing, I'm gonna take a screenshot and revert back everything. It will be back again normal. I don't have to reinstall this environment again and again. So take a screenshot when you have created the basic environment. So yes, this is what I will give you. I had an error coming, lots of errors coming with configuring the unintended file. So this is something due on me. Okay, multicasting. In fact, multicasting can be done easily. Also, we need a working machine with some application installed, so we can know the steps of capturing an image of a reference computer. Microsoft says it's a reference computer because suppose we have 1000 computers and we want to install OS and then applications, drivers configured, and then we need to deploy it on all the empty machines, 999 empty machines. So we have to have one machine configured perfectly, installed perfectly. So we're gonna make believe that we have,
For example, installation is done for the new client and it will restart after the installation. We get a new IP from DSC. And if we go again to the WDS or what? WDS now have the record of that machine that is done.
Yeah.
And I'm not going to.
So if it's an empty machine, it should not be going there, but we should remove that option after we are done with the, or we are deploying at one time all these, then we should remove that forced option to go ahead. But even if we have that third option enabled, it's not going to start deploying again. It's going to separate that. It's going to understand intelligently that there is that machine. So we're gonna know now. No, normally we just remove that option. We make sure that we remove that option.
Select F12.
So we put it to F12. So if we want that again, then press F12, but remove from third option. That forcefully it will again and again create the same image. So okay, we have two labs here right now. If I can give you the major steps for both, one is small lab, one is the
We were talking about the multitasking.
multicasting.
Casting.
But multitasking is the way to do multicast and multitask or multicast? Okay, multitask. So multicast, there is a small lab that's going to prove that multicasting is working right now. Otherwise, we should have network monitoring tool to know that what is the bandwidth being taken. So first of all, okay.
I think that what is doing multicasting exactly.
Yeah, we're going there. So one is multicasting, and I put there that it saves the bandwidth during image deployment. So if you are deploying 30 images, so you're deploying images on 30 empty machines, and they are the images like one image that is like what, 10 GB, 12 GB, 15 GB, or maybe bigger. It should not be bigger than that. Well, could be. So when 30 machines, the image is going, it could be either 30 connections created and each connection taking its bandwidth on that Ethernet network, or if you enable multicasting, it would be just one connection going to the switch and then it's distributing to all the 30 machines, taking the bandwidth of just one connection over the network instead of 30 connections. 30, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. So the bandwidth is like fulfilling. So it's through switch ports. So it will distribute to the ports, but the thing is that it's going to take one the bandwidth of just one image that has been sent on the network. How do we prove that multicasting is enabled right now? Either we have 10 images and we can have network monitoring enabled, or we can enable a feature of multicasting that's going to tell us that multicasting fully is enabled. One thing is this, okay, multicasting, we're going to do that now, but there is capture image lab. So what I need is one member server. We're going to make believe that it is the reference computer. So one member server we need right now. So there are two labs. One is multicast. So I'll give you the details. Second is, can you start a member server? If this machine which you're installing is already installed, it is automatically joined to the domain also. So you can use this machine. We need a one. Sorry.
The one that you just installed now?
Yeah, if this is ready. Otherwise, just shut it down and start a server 2 or server 3. Right? Why? we need to capture the C drive. We need to make an image of C drive of that machine.
Or we can do it from our client machine. We can do it from
Yeah. If you have Windows 7 or Windows 8, just start that.
Okay.
Procedure is totally same for that. Yeah, there's nothing different. If even if I have server image, the procedure I'm going to perform, it's going to be the same. If you do Windows 7, it's going to be. I have a document that gives you step by step about how to create an image of Windows 7 machine. So I'll send you the document because you should try it at home as well. Right now, if I have Windows 8 machine, I will. Otherwise, I'll just go for a working server. We're going to make believe that it has all the applications installed. In some classes, students have said no, install a third-party software to make it realistic. We're trying to learn how to capture C drive image, right? So whether you have an application installed or not, we can just imagine that this is that reference computer.
the
That
OS is not empty.
yeah, we are make believing that there is Adobe Acrobat installed, and there is. So let me just create that. Draw that. So we have one DC, and it's then we have other machine, which is, so you can see diagram here. You don't need the magnifying for that, right? So we have Windows OS. We have apps, drivers configured, and apps installed, right? Apps installed. So this is our server 2 machine, server 3 machine. We are imagining that this is that reference computer whose C drive's image we need to take, right? So how to take that image? And what are the server side tasks? What are the client side tasks? There are two major things to know. So if I go here, reference computers, the steps would be start server 2, or if you have client or a client, then perform capture server side capture image configuration. Then after this is done, then do the client side image capturing. Okay, 3 major steps. Server side, start the and consider this machine as everything is installed, and you're going to deploy that image to the 1,000 machines, 1,000 empty machines, right? 999 empty machines. So our server 2 is ready. Server 2, or if you have clients, it's also okay. I'm going for server 2. Okay, cool. It is the same procedure. So I'm going to perform the server side task first. What we are doing, we are trying to capture image of a working machine, right? So it's going to take a little time, but the server side process is a little tricky, confusing. So we need to create a capture image on the server side that should have the files. It should be the same ISO as the operating system of which we are taking an image. So if we have, I have Windows 2012 right now. Oh, so you have also Windows 2012. If you're taking the image of Windows 8.1 or 7, you should have the Vim file of 8.1. So did you add the boot.vim and install.vim file of 8.1? So since I have the server file, since we all have the server boot.vim and install.vim, that's why we can create a server image easily, right? So we're gonna can we all make sure that server 2 is up, and we are going to imagine that this is the reference computer, because we have the Vim files of 2012 R2 data center, right? Yeah, or either you will have to go through the steps of adding the Vim files for that. Otherwise, capture image will not capture that. So I have that document that tells you step by step for Windows 8, but the procedure you will find exactly the same. Even now, you just have to add Vim file, but you should be careful about putting the image name different. That's all. What we are doing, it's same for Windows 8. So first of all, boot images, I'm back there and I right click the boot image. Everyone there? So this is a server side task where we are getting the server ready to capture the image of a working machine, right? So these are few steps that we have to perform, otherwise server will not know what type of image we are capturing or what is a capture image, right? So for that, we're not going to right click the boot image, we're going to right click the image itself. So I'm inside the boot images, just click the boot images and go to the right side. Boot images, go to the right side. Everyone there? When you right click, you see create capture image, right? Every three, see that? All right. So create capture image. Now you have to be a little careful. You can get confused on this. So click OK. Let's go ahead, and it's going to ask this wizard creates a capture image from a boot image and saves it to the location that you specify. At the end of this wizard, you will have the option to add the image back to the server. So enter the following information for this capture image. You cannot use an x64 based capture image for an x86 based computer. So yeah, the files should be the same here and the machine where we are about to capture the image, right? So I'm just going to go here, location. I'm going to give a location where the image should be captured. So in location, if I go to browse, what do you see? If you click browse, what do you see? DVD. We cannot place a captured image in a DVD because it's a DVD. It's a read-only thing. So we go where? C drive. In our case, we have a C drive. Otherwise, we should have a separate huge drive. So we're going to C drive to inside the remote install and simply place the image in the root of the remote install folder. Everyone's following? Yes. Okay, again, cancel out. Are you there? Browse. Everyone on browse, right? Browse. Just go to C drive now. How do we go there from browse? This PC, double click C, and then I'm choosing to place the capture image inside the remote install folder. What is that folder for?
Where we can store our ISO.
But what was it for? Remote install. Who installed it?
We created it when we're installing.
During the wizard of WDS, this folder was installed, right? Created actually. So I'm just double clicking that remote install folder, and then I'm going for the file name. These are some steps that we need to do, otherwise it won't be ready for capturing an image. It's not going to recognize a capture image if you don't do it exactly like that. So we're going to name it capture.vim.
Why in this folder especially?
Well, it could be any folder because it's related to WDS. That's why remote install. I've just named it capture.vim. We already had the boot.vim. We already had the install.vim. This is the capture.vim. Windows installation material.
How much it takes from the hard disk?
It's just as much as the boot images took, which is not that much. So we are creating a capture image file from a boot image. Boot image has what? Right now our boot image has the files of Windows 2012 R2, those files only which helps us to boot, to start a system. Exactly. No, it's a capture image. So capture image has to have those booting files to get the copy of the rest of the image to make it working. So capture image, click open. Now it should be like this. C remote install capture.vim. Everyone did that? You. Okay, next. Extracting image from the source image file. It's just taking those bootable files of Windows 2012 R2 which it will use to capture the working machine. If there are some file corrupt or missing, because that machine is working actually. It started, and you're taking a capture image of that. So it needs the boot files from its own to make it a complete working package as an image.
From where?
Server 2 is our reference computer, and it started, right?
But where you have intended that?
Hmm?
We have not said that to capture from stores.
Then we capture the
No, we will be doing it the next step. So right now, server side. Well, once the image is created, then we can use some third-party technologies to compress it, but this is it. Whatever is the size, it captures the actual size. After that, we can compress. Within. Maybe in SCCM, but not here, WDS. And this is also a forever process. Okay, so every two has. Oh, done already? What's wrong with you, man? What's right with you? Oh, okay. So, yeah, this is the longer one. Okay, after that, the next tricky process where some of us might fail, even if we follow the right steps, and we just have to repeat that again, is the client side. When the client starts and grabs the capture screen, grabs the WDS screen, at that time there will be a tricky option that that will decide whether you pass or fail, or like whether you can go ahead or you have to repeat the whole thing again on the client side only. So once this is done, there is one more step to add that capture image inside the boot image. This is a step exactly put on TechNet. This is the way we have to prepare a server to create an image. Okay. In my case, it is done. Is it done?
Yes.
Yes. Oh, I thought you said yeah, so I needed a yes. So not yet? Okay, add image to the Windows deployment server now. So yes, if we have created a third capture.vim file that will be ready to capture the image of a working server. So it's just saying that add that image to the Windows deployment server now. So we're just going to select that and let it add this capture.vim, the third one, to the server. So this is just preparing the server to capture the image. That's all. We just label that like this. When we select that and click finish, it's going to open another window. No, even if you, oh okay, you did not do that. We have to, okay, I won't do that too. So let everyone done?
I did that and
It's okay. So what we are going to do, we're going to reach to your place where you are now on which window you are?
the next window.
Adding? Okay. We're going to do that too. So that's why do not click finish. Whenever you reach finish, do not click it until, see, lesson learned. No, we're like, oh. So has everyone reached that? Yes? No? Maybe?
We should click or we shouldn't be clicking?
If you, well, now don't click because I'm gonna tell you the other one. But if you have checked it and click finish, that's also okay. We're gonna, next step is that, right? So finish, finito. Some people did not check it, so they click finish. So I'm just doing it for them.
Just know what.
No, it's the next step. It has to add that capture image inside the boot image. It's just that. So if you are finishing, just check it because you don't have to follow my steps. So add boot image. Everyone click that. Go to the capture file. That's what it did automatically, which we are now doing that. So I just right click the boot images and click browse wherever the capture image is and click next. So right click boot images, click browse. There you go. The capture image is there. So those who are still doing it, just click that option. Those who haven't done it, this is the way, right?
Okay.
So capture.vim, next. Now here, do not go ahead, because those who are really going ahead will be confused. At this, you will do a big mistake here if you go ahead now. You did, okay, good. So you will see why I'm saying that, right? Change the name here. So
Because it has identical.
you have to follow me. Capture image server 2012 R2. Control A, Control C, Tab, Control V. Change the name here, otherwise now when you are offered the image, those who have gone forward,
That's the second one we can change.
We can rename it.
yeah, you can rename it afterwards. If don't go ahead fast. We're discussing everything, right? Next finish is not the purpose of this class. That we can do easily, right? So we need to understand why we're doing what we're doing, right? So change the name. Now this is going to offer during the sys prep when we are capturing the image. Okay, next. Capture image server 2012 R2. This is going to offer, oh, you want to capture an image? Or select this one. Next. So everyone change the name. Next. That's it. Next. This is the server side prep.
Why it's so fast?
Whoa. So it's just a small process. I think everyone has done that, right? Is done with that. Done? Dude it done? Cool. Dude it done?
Finishito?
Okay. Finishito. That's even better. Although I say finito. Hasta la vista. And baby. Yeah.
Yours finito, mine finishito.
Done? Okay, let's go to the client now.
You have
Don't
she
speak
inside.
it about when
Finish.
Finito.
What's that?
Take the sign.
It's not the same.
I'm just saying I'm finito.
Oh yeah?
Yeah.
Okay, server side done. So this is recorded. So please try this with Windows 7 as well, right? Finiquito? Yeah, it's fini whatever to. Yeah. So let's go to the client side. In my case, it's the server, and not this one. Oh, sorry. Server 3.
Hold on.
Yeah.
Let me see if I understand something because I need something.
Yeah, sure.
Sorry. I
Yeah, you
did
should.
the process for Windows 8. First, I looked the Win for the Win stuff and the
Vim stuff. Okay.
Yeah, the boot stuff.
So
I looked it
on.
up from the ISO file that I have from Windows
Yeah.
8.1.
Yeah.
After that, I
When you edit the images, you need to rename those, because now you already have an image that is saying Windows x64. Windows 8 might also say x64. You will be confused which is server, which is
I
client.
put it another name.
Good.
So it's right now.
If that is other name, then
So the machine is ready to capture a live image
Yeah.
on a working station.
if you have already added the Vim images with separate name and you have done this, yes, your WDS is ready to capture. Just naming should be different, because you will be confused at the. Okay, now the capture image is showing here. Everyone, capture image showing here in the boot images for everyone. Yes, no, maybe later. Okay, let's go to server 3. In my case, server 3. In your case, server 2. Right?
My case,
Client 0.
my case Cantosos.
Contoso. All right. Contoso. Okay, so you're using Microsoft Lab.
I'm using our
Exchange.
Oh, okay. We use the.
I'm done with Cantoso. Why?
Okay, I'm going to the server, and this is already getting IP from DHCP, so at least I'm sure that this server is in full communication. So the main thing here is we're going to sysprep. Yeah, it's a big news. I was like, it hurt me there, you know.
So we have one template already. Can we use that? We have one template machine. This is
So the excitement is good. I mean, it's everyone is like, it's good. We are achieving something.
Mike was open. It's about to pressure on me.
Okay, okay. Man, so So yeah, you were saying there's a point here.
We have a template with SysPrep. Can you use that
This is for
template
me.
right there?
Yeah.
For Windows Server.
For what?
R2.
We are grabbing an image of this machine particularly. That is creating a clone with new, which is where there is nothing installed. So it's a totally different scenario. Yeah. It's a member server joined to a domain. Exactly, it can be same machine as long as it's joined to the domain. So we can consider any machine which is joined to the domain and communicating.
And it will become
No.
SysPrep.
So sysprep will only capture the image and then it will start again. So we're going to generalize that. It's better. There's something very funny that you can't find. Okay, you can stop laughing, right? So anyway, sysprep generalize option. But do not go ahead of me there. This step, if you could do wrong, good luck.
Okay, let's start then.
Okay, yeah, there's that enthusiasm. Okay. So, it's joined to the domain, go to run, and type sysprep. Do not go fast like this, as I'm going fast. Oh, okay, I'm not going fast. So, on this machine, press OK. Sysprep folder opens. We know all that. We've done that. Been there, done that. Okay. Folder opens, double click the sysprep.
Hold on.
Ah, whoa. What happened? Whew. So, today we are in a good mood. Man, I thought 4 commandos came from there, 4 commandos come in here, and like, hold on, whoa, what did I do, man? It was like, dish. That was a movie shooting, come on. Generalize and okay, we can reboot. It's better to go. If we shut down, we can still start. You know what? This is that option which we do not want to miss. We have already configured here on server 1 the third option, which is if you press escape, only then this option. Then it will be disturbed, this option. Otherwise, it will go to the DHCP and go to the WDS directly.
One more.
Yeah, so we have configured.
What you just say.
Yeah, so the third option we configured, that will guide this sysprepped machine after reboot. It will guide it to directly to the WDS. We don't have to press F12. So, it should go there. It should give us directly that image. If it doesn't do that, then we log in.
Is not working.
No, then we log. Oh, you already did that?
Then we have to.
Myself or static IP, the change it to DHCP.
Static IP is okay. As long as you're communicating, you join to the domain, that's it.
No, but if he has static IP, then how
are you
going to contact DHCP?
No,
Okay, PXC will be from the.
it's just Pixie is following and sysprep is actually taking you there right now. So restart. If you have static IP, it will go. Keep the static IP and let's check. Right? Somebody is smiling at me, so this means he's gonna capture me.
No, we have.
So if it's my fault, see. Okay. Anyway, there is some problem here. If you miss this restart and the wizard for capture does not come, then you have to go ahead. It was sysprep, right? And there's fight on the food, and it was sysprep. So you have to go ahead, log in again, sysprep it again, and restart, and expect it to work. Third time, just tell me. Don't try the third time yourself.
So we are running a sysprep on a sysprep system already?
Okay.
No.
Now this guy's gonna fall from the chair.
Why?
So we are sysprepping the sysprepped machine, right?
Are you recording? Sir, we should fix his problem first.
Yeah. So let's start this. Generalize and reboot. Expect it to go to the wizard directly.
So should I click?
Okay. Yes. Press OK, and it's like parachute jump. Okay, one by one. And I hope your parachute's open. So, so I'm just looking at it. The capture window should be there after restart, because I put that option of don't offer that F12 option. Otherwise, when we cache the F12 option, then we go directly there.
So why we are going to get a different window this time?
This is capture window because it's starting from sysprep. If we were starting a new machine and we never run a sysprep there, so it's going to go for the basic options. Even now, if you do that, I mean, it's not going to go for the capture machine. Please. Okay, still. Okay. You should be looking there, right? Oh, everyone looking at my face.
Same here, like the window is started.
So we're good?
No.
No.
No?
No, it doesn't work. I did the same mistake.
Huh? Let it start full and we will know.
It's getting ready though.
It will start it again.
Ready for what?
You know, the better option would be doing F12.
This guy told you, this is prep, it's gonna system.
It was double.
Okay. You got the option? 4?
You have to press F12. I don't know why, but
It did not ask for.
it's asked. Yeah.
It did not. Anyone? Okay, nobody would have noticed that even if somebody was asked this. But we did all the same configuration. Everyone did the same configuration. You had the third option
You
enabled?
didn't configure it for capture.
Mine is installing something.
Yeah, this one,
Just
right?
prep, yeah.
This is sysprep. We missed that option. If you are seeing this screen, we missed it. No, but did you change any option?
Nothing.
You did exactly the same. Right. So now we're gonna remove the third option. First, I wanted to try the third option because in sysprep, sometimes it works. Okay. Anyway, so did you change any option? That's what I wanted to confirm. We're going to let this machine start again.
But it's
Next.
not working. It's saying contacting server, WDS server. Message from administrator.
No. So F12 did came. This means you must have changed that option there. The third option on the server. Did you change it?
No, like my VM asked me to press F12 if you want to boot it from network. So I pressed F12 and then
So you did not get that option, right?
but now it's
Capture machine.
contacting, not
No. Approve it. Approve it.
I'm gonna go back to this capture.
Yeah. So now, before rebooting that, just change that option to F12 and we need to grab that. So I'm just going to the server, right click, properties. I'm removing that third option to first option. What was the third option? That you do not touch anything. You just even if you press escape, the whole procedure will be disturbed. So it is supposed to automatically go to that WDS option. So I'm going to go to properties and I'm going to tell it to ask for pressing F12 key, right? So I'm just going to go to the client, no, boot. And then
Why we don't use always continue the PXI boot?
always continue PXI boot. This is an option, yeah. But anyway, F12, in order to avoid F12, yes, it will go directly to the PXI. This means DHCP. DHCP will forward it to WDS if it does not have the OS. So I'm going for pressing F12 is a pain. So go for always continue the PXI boot. For unknown client, which is our case, go for always continue PXI boot. It will. We are forcing it to go to ask for DHCP. Look for a DHCP and then go for that WDS. So this option on the server side is done on for both known and unknown clients now, and click apply and restart. By now, after the sysprep machine would have gone
What
attended.
first choice for unknown, for known?
It's a second choice for both. Second choice. So what happened after approval? Was it
now
approval?
it's asking me to select between these two images. Like
Yeah. So you got that actually. So if we
press F8 for if F8 for other option.
Now you're only doing that, so I can show it to all, or let's try that again for everyone because everyone else did not.
Windows 7, and it says prep.
Yeah, it's okay. We all are going through this prep. So yeah, 2012. Which one
Server
is
2.
capture?
Server 2.
Okay. So now it's going to ask for which drive. So it will be drive. So capture that. Right.
Again, sister, we have to do again.
Why drive?
It's going to change the drive ladder for the C drive. Okay, applied. Everyone applied that. Always continue. Again, sysprep it. Restart. You know the drill. Okay, I'm going for apply. Okay. Refresh couple of million times. Right click, refresh, and that server 3, it's already on the sign in and it's logged out of the domain.
So you are back in that member server?
Yeah,
Sorry, in both cases we put always continue to be
we're forcing it to go to the WDS. Okay, let's do it. So you got the green wizard for that. You did all the steps except for F12. Okay, you had the third option enabled on the server side where it's, you don't have to press F12. Again, press F12 did came.
Because
Why?
it's a hardware message. Like it's coming from the motherboard or from your network card.
So is it because you're using an ESXi environment and we are using VMware? Because none of us got that. Or we never noticed that.
Maybe you didn't notice it.
No, actually I was looking
Try
at it.
to restart it.
Now we are forcing it back to that. Okay, so I'm just gonna go for sysprep, the regular drill, and try to capture the image. So run. No, we're gonna just give the credentials. Join the domain. If you are joining, restart.
Actually, for the last like 45 minutes, we started.
Oh, let's rewind the whole thing back.
Just a second.
Yeah.
Here we are applying sysprep.
Yeah.
And like, why that's for?
That's how only the capture image can be. The image can be taken. For WDS, sysprep has to be run on the client side. So it could create, it could take us to that option where we can create the image. And it's that image should be, when it is deployed, it should have unique SID.
How it looks like.
Sysprep only is deployed when you have imaging, and when you're deploying images and you expect it to have separate or unique SID and GUID, right? So sysprep always is involved wherever you're cloning or imaging, but then it has to be deployed to multiple machines and they should be unique, right?
Once sysprep is clear, but why we are applying now in our lab today? Now, exactly this one I don't understand.
So this we are
Except
configuring.
this environment in another environment. How?
So in production environment, this should be a reference machine. What is a reference machine?
Where we have all software, required software, drivers, everything.
So you have a requirement, you have 1,000 machines. You have a requirement to install Windows 8 and MS Office and Adobe Acrobat on 1,000 machines. What do? Either you have 1,000 DVDs and install, or have a reference machine,
Okay.
take an image of that, which we are trying to take, and then deploy it over the rest of the 999 machines. How do we take the image? That's what we're doing, right? So ESXi. Okay, so next time for this lab we're gonna have ESXi, where the F12 will be showing there. Yeah.
This one also didn't work.
Yeah, the BIOS. Oh, for the network settings for the VM. What? This is so the machine side, although this is if we have 1,000 machines, we should have that BIOS already selected to that, maybe, but we cannot go one by one. But this for now, to make it possible, let's try with that network boot as well. That we put that to network boot, so it should go for that. Exactly. So did you get that? No, did you try that? Okay. Oh, I thought you tried that. Let me just check that option, but before that I will just check again one more thing, and I'll show you another way out. Huh?
I put the second option and assist prepper.
Okay, so some guys have already checked, which is good, so I should not go ahead with that. I was going for actually the F12, but Hari suggested that I should go for the second option. I thought you could try that. So I'll go for the first option, which is F12. For now, it will ask us F12. If we on the server side do that, it will ask us the F12, right? So I'm just going directly to that. Thanks for confirming for me. So right click, properties, boot, and require F12. Require F12. I just wanted to show you the screen for the capture image. Now I'm requiring the F12, the first option for this only, right? Because the automatic option is not working. So require there I am ready with F12. So apply and OK, and refresh it a couple of million times. I wish that was a command for this as well. So refresh, and I'm going for that sysprep again, but it should ask me F12 now. So for the record of the video, I just want to record that customized screen. So click generalize, reboot. So I'm going to do it fast. If I miss it, I'm going to restart right away then and there, and I'll try to grab that option again and again. So it's going to be fast for me, but I'll try to show you that capture screen there, right? So okay, restart. I hope I get it. So it should be asking me F12 now after reboot. So I'll try to capture that F12 to take that machine to the WDS myself manually, because automatic is not working, right? So I just have to click and F12. We should stand on this one foot on the F12, the other foot on the Sometimes my mouse is not even working. Okay.
Have you clicked?
Yeah. But that's not what I was expecting. So I'll just restart again, because it's gonna boot from that. So mouse is there. All control insert.
So this server is also in the same network.
Okay, I got it. F12, that's it. That's it. Now approval. You got it? Or you just with me like, oh yeah, you got it. Okay.
Without F12.
Huh? No way. Okay guys, this is what we were expecting. Now I'm going to approve it. I needed to show you the green wizard where it asks for captures. You did that? Okay. Okay, approval. I'll go for approval. So this is, as long as it's recording the video, pending devices. Second one needs approval, pending here. So right click, approve. Go ahead. Let's check it.
So we should just go
F12.
not go with the beginning as you want, you know.
Okay, there it is.
This is
So I
Should the press F12?
yeah, press F12. So capture image, it's showing now. So this is what you should be having. You have to be very quick with the F12. If you miss it, you should be quick enough to all control insert to restart that machine right away before it goes to loading the windows. So I had to reset at once. First I captured the F8. So then it went to the DOS mode, then I restarted again. Then second time I pressed F12, I captured it. This all happens zero touch as well, and I'm going to send that wake unattended file or we will perform that the first thing unattended setup next Saturday morning. Then we're going to go for other labs, right? But this is just for us to know that capture image, how is it. So let's see the rest of the screens. Then I will go for the unattended as well.
But now it doesn't like why we need this.
So-
If it automatically it's not putting that.
So that's why unattended file should be there as well. But yeah, its boot option is not. Ooh. Okay, anyway. So boot option is not offering in virtual machines. Somehow virtual machines are not supposed to be, deployed like that. It's the physical machines that go for this option.
Basically, there was no operating system in the new and empty VM, so it's directly.
Yeah. So it was, there was only one option for that. It had two options here.
Define boot option.
Exactly.
If we have a physical machine, we can go to the boot option and define it.
So in its BIOS, if it's 1,000 machines, then what?
He always supporting you. Always.
No, he's giving other options.
And he gives them 45.
You saw his marks? God, man. Okay. Anyone else other than you guys? You also, Mohammed, you also got it?
We just capture image, right?
Exact. Oh, you got it too. Okay, 4 more people got it.
No, what happens if it shows the window logo and I restarted and pressed 12 but it went right.
You missed the F12? Okay. Anything else?
No, but I restarted again and I'm there.
Okay, good. It's okay. Because we just restarted the boot option, boot process. We restarted that. Okay, next.
But it works.
Okay, here.
I have a problem.
If it shows me a drive here, the whole procedure is successful. If it does not show you a drive here, you have to repeat the whole thing again. That's the final thing here. If you see a drive here, this is the C drive, which is the drive letter is changed. It's actually the local C drive, which is showing as D drive. If you don't see a drive here, something went wrong. You have to repeat the whole process again. That's the final, thing, hurdle that we can face. Oh, you got it too. Cool. Okay, D drive. I'm choosing the D drive, and image name is, Windows 2012 R2 accounts department image, and image description Control C, Control V. So Windows 2012 R2 accounts department image. For them, we are creating an image, for example. Okay, D drive selected, which is actually the C drive of that machine, but it's just change the letter. Next, name and location. So enter a location where you want to save the install image. Either we can upload. What are you doing? Are you uploading over the network or you're locally saving it? Okay, there are two options. Put that image to upload, or create that image locally and then copy paste later to upload. So it's up to you. Maybe during the upload, somewhere the network has some, if you have some kind of unreliable network, some other traffic is going on, go for the local saving of the image and then copy paste later. At least the image is created, right? During the upload, if somewhere the data drops or some other application is sending its data.
We should do the copying later.
So in order to do it fast, I'll save the copies locally.
Do the automatic process.
So this is also all automatic, but this is, getting the reference computer is one-time process, right? You only once create a reference computer image, then you deploy it to thousands of machines. All right, got it. How? Restart, and then F12. Okay, you need approval for that. Okay, yeah. What's the error? Oh, okay. That's a dead end. So it could be game over. Anyway, do the whole thing again or check your VM. wherever you're performing the operation, that we may have some corruption.
I got the same one. It's just start from start from another.
You have to repeat the whole process.
Hold on. In my case,
I switched that machine off and start from another server.
System not found?
And
So what we gonna do now?
in the WDS server, I installed the Windows 8.1
Oh,
image file.
4?
When I just
Okay.
You have this, right?
sysdrip is disconnected from
You have Windows 8 working or
You apply this.
2012, like me? Okay, so there will be very few that will finish with me. So, okay, let me show you guys. Let me show you what's going on. You can follow up with these steps and you can do it, right? So I'll just continue creating the video. Name and location. So upload image to a Windows deployment server. Optional. I would go for local server, right? So locally, I will just save it to this PC, the image, and I'll name it. So I'll just go to C, no, system reserved. I'll go to D drive, which is the C drive actually.
Can you go back, sir?
Cancel, browse.
Back.
Are you there? Whoa, I don't want to miss that and then redo the whole thing again, man.
If we do the script, it's the same as 3 times, then we can do it. Or add
Don't do it 4th time. 3 times is also okay.
You see, it's the same Humb.
It's a new machine, man. Okay, let me see. Let me check if there's errors coming. So I'm going for D drive and I'm saving the image locally. Accounts, DEPT, Windows 2012 image. You can try that whole steps again and .vim. So I'm just going to name the whole file .vim, right? Whatever the account image for whatever operating system, I'll name that file .vim. The local drive, I'm saving it to local drive to save time and not to clog our network. Maybe I don't have a good network and it drops the data. Save. So in the C drive of that system, I'm saving that Vim image of that C drive, right? So it's giving me the option, so it's good to go for that. Next, you could just name it anything .vim, So accounts department image Windows 2012 .vim.
I'm here, that one.
So did you rename it? Yeah. If the error comes, so error comes after this or oh. So, oh, okay. It's better to work on another machine, or if
I
you
changed it.
you change the machine, right?
Yeah, I changed to another machine and applied the same and got the
Yeah.
same error. So it means we have to start everything from.
Oh, so it's not the machine thing then.
No.
Something happened on the server side. Maybe you have to do the capture steps again. 2 machines?
Still have both.
Yeah. No, it's okay. I mean, it could happen. Okay, I'm just saving this image to the so complete the video. Saving the image there locally and next. And now we can wait forever to complete that image. This is locally saving the image, then copying, pasting it to the WDS, and then deploy to 1,000 machines. Sorry? Oh yeah. So, this will take time. I'm going to start a second lab while this is happening. So WSUS we have to start, right? So we can. No. Better to create those you're working for Windows 8, right? Can you try right now? You have the Vim files for 2012 server as well, right? Can you try the server side by starting the server instead of doing the Windows 8? It should work. It's okay. You missed it. So where are you? 1 person, 2 person? It's so you may try all these steps. They're recorded in the video now, and I'll pause this video here resume.
No.
So the question is, we installed OS, then we installed OS plus we imagine that whatever we install that will be imaged as well. Can WDS deploy just applications? Only applications?
Yeah. Can you repeat the question, please?
Can
Because
WDS?
Manzar is talking just like in my head. Just
Sure.
Move forward, okay?
Just
So
for
so WDS can deploy applications or not?
yeah, no.
WDS?
Can deploy applications or not? Only applications.
Only application. No.
WDS.
WGN?
No.
Okay, I just wanted one yeah, so I could ask the guy to bring 40 Timbits.
Ask him how it will be
When we are eating Timbits, then I'll ask, okay, how did you?
Okay, why? Why? The question
So
is
it's not meant to do apps. It is meant to only do OS and OS plus apps. No, OS and apps installed on that OS. OS is there, right? So it is meant for that. SCCM.
Application is installed in OS.
So SCCM and GPO, with that we install applications as well. Okay, WSUS is just software update services. It is, you will find this in every company, because whichever company has, and most of the company has Windows operating systems, Windows applications, Exchange server is there. So WSUS will be responsible for installing updates and patches for each and every Microsoft technology, right? So anything Microsoft. So WSUS has its own way of working. SCCM takes benefit of WSUS. SCCM requires, not require, but it's recommended.
What is the difference between WSUS and DRSUS? What we just
Whatever we studied before.
Assess. Okay?
So WDS is application deployment,
Assess.
OS and application deployment. WSUS is patching deployment, patching, only patching, which is Windows updates, right?
Hold on. I didn't get you. Just a second.
Okay, so this is the list of all the software that we can, so it's about operating systems, server applications, desktop applications, and there are loads of applications that we have for WSUS to provide patches, service packs for, and security updates for, right? So this is, excuse me, this is how it is going on. If you have 1000 machines and they all need to be patched, you provide internet connection to all of them. So they automatically patch themselves at midnight. So what's wrong with that?
They will need a lot of bandwidth. Like every machine is going to download the same thing again and again and again.
So all the 1000 machines, if they are downloading, or 10,000 machines are downloading patches at midnight, still you're using a lot of bandwidth. Yeah, you were saying? Oh, okay, okay. Anyway, so but if we do this, one server responsible for installing all the patches and then deploying it using the LAN bandwidth, not the ISP bandwidth directly, as all the machines are using in all the branches. So that server, one server, will be downloading everything and then deploying it to all the machines. We save our precious internet bandwidth, right? We can put it to use for downloading movies. We can put some benefit to that instead of downloading patches.
In first scenario,
Online, yeah.
we cannot control like what to be installed and what, like, everything we use for in set for automatic.
So one more very crucial, although we will be discussing that, those machines are installing, if they are installing themselves, there is no central control over that patching, right? So WSUS, Windows Software Update Services. Okay, so autonomous, there are two types of WSUS installations. There is an autonomous mode and there is a replica mode, but I will show you with that diagram. You will be able to understand easily. Autonomous mode is for big branches and replica mode is for smaller branches. So this is the scenario where, yeah, the difference is that you have in head office, which is a huge branch, and you have the main WSUS server here on the head office. So the autonomous mode has large amounts of applications and clients and servers. So this means that if it uses the WAN bandwidth between the two branches to acquire all the updates for these machines and servers over the WAN, it's going to take up a lot of WAN bandwidth. So autonomous branches WSUS server, although they are downstream servers, this means that they must take updates from an upstream server. So the first WSUS server will be the upstream server for the next WSUS servers, which will be the downstream server. They are supposed to take updates from the upstream server. But in large branch, the WSUS servers are allowed to download all the updates directly. One WSUS server in the large branch is allowed to download directly from Microsoft website all the update website. But in smaller branch, there are a small number of users, small number of OS applications. So those downstream servers which have less amount of updates will use the WAN bandwidth to connect to the branch where the upstream server is and take updates from here using their own WAN bandwidth. But autonomous mode is that you have lots of applications and OS, so you can directly connect, but you still have to report to the upstream server what you have downloaded and how much it was, or to how many application software, and how much was successful, how much was failed. Yeah.
So we can also approve or disapprove based on.
If it's reporting autonomous mode, it has to report there that what is downloading, and approval. So approval will always be there on the main branch because it's reporting there, but download only. Don't use the office WAN bandwidth for that because it's huge updates going on, right? So autonomous mode and replica mode is just about small branch and large branch, not using the WAN bandwidth or indirectly connecting to, but they all have to report what they have downloaded, and you as an administrator have to go through those updates, install those updates first in the test environment, check those updates if there are no errors coming for 1 day or 2 days, and then deploy those updates to the branches everywhere.
You said that there are two modes of installation, autonomous and replica mode. But what is the mode for the first upstream server?
That's just we can just say autonomous. This is for downstream servers. There are modes. First one is just independent WSUS server. It's not independent. It's just a simple WSUS server, or you can call it autonomous mode. It's for branch. Just if you want to divide branches, this is how you will divide branches. But the first one is just independent WSUS server. I'll just use independent. What kind of question is that? I'm looping in. Okay, requirement. I'm just going to install quickly because I don't want you guys
We have
to.
understand the concepts before next.
Next is fun, man.
Let's talk
I like
about
the. Okay, question. Did you even listen to what we were saying?
Yeah, that's he got from you. Like, tell him what is the question.
Okay, I'll create a question for you to ask me.
Just give you also the ability
Okay.
to uninstall the update, install the update.
Sorry?
Just give you the ability to uninstall the update also.
Yeah, it uninstalls which are failed, which have installed half of the updates and half are remaining. So it gives you live report for all those machines. But I needed to show you the menu for that, the dashboard for that. It has many features there for WSUS.
That's very helpful.
Yeah. So if I go to DC, I'm just gonna go a little fast, but stop me where you want to understand things, right?
Stop.
Okay. God. Okay. Anyway.
Just demo.
Huh?
Just a demo.
Just a demo. No, I'm just gonna do that and show you. You're making this late and late. Anyway, so I'm just gonna log in from
Server 2.
agent 007, and this is also a free software, a built-in feature, a role actually, and it's going to I would need temporarily internet connection. It's going to install, click next, but there are many options during the wizard that should be very interesting for you. So I'll just go for add roles and features on a member server. If you can follow fast, it's okay, because it's just next finish kind of thing. It's not a very complicated concept. Sorry? You can do it on DC as well. I'm just doing on a member server, but definitely not recommended. WDS does.
Not need high specification.
No, it does not need many specifications. Its dashboard is interesting that we need to know lots of features on that dashboard, how it works.
It's not for you.
Exactly, you're right. Okay, so it's a built-in feature in 2012. So we don't have to separately install like in 2008. We had to separately install those files for 2008. 2012 is a built-in feature, right?
Why?
Because it's a very critical feature. Sorry.
Is this the main server?
No. Member server.
So it's a member server, yeah. So I'll just go for this big window is next. Okay, I'll do the. So where's that magnifying?
No, it's okay.
It's okay now. Okay. So the last option in the roles, if you're there, you can just quickly follow. So roles, click that and it will ask for add features. So Windows Server Update Services. Next. Just like any other installation of roles. Next.
No features?
No features. There are these options. WID is internal Windows database. It's not a SQL database. It's even smaller, SQL Express database. You can install for small installations. This is even smaller. WID. So it's Windows internal database, and we can use it for smaller installations, right? So we'll click it, select it, and WSUS service. Yes, we need that. We do not need the external database if we have selected the small database already, right? So yes, WSUS services and a small database. Next. Store updates in the following location. Choose a valid local path on server 4. So it's just asking on the hard drive where we want to save all those updates we are going to install. So I'm just going to go over /updates. I'm going to create that. Let's see if it makes me create that or it's going to automatically create that, right? I'm just giving a path here and going ahead. So it's just asking where's the space. Are you all able to see that? But you're not standing. Are you on this screen? Oh, thank God I asked. So no reply. Let me just open that freaking thing. Good thing.
But when it's saying that it's need a valid path on local server,
Yeah.
and how it's going to create a path for you?
Well, that's what I wanted to try. Otherwise, it should say that, hey, you did not create that, so create it, please. So, okay, so I'm now stuck with that mirror. Okay, so I have just given this path, /updates. I'm going to create that folder. Next. So it's just saying IIS will be installed here. IIS will be installed, yes, with all the default features. Next. It is saying that web server and these some roles which are crucial for this will be installed by default. We'll just say yes, by default install it. So till now we haven't changed anything. It's all by default. And click restart. If it needs a restart, press yes and install. So WSUS with all the web services will be installed, and after that I'm going to start the wizard, and we're going to discuss some of the features for that, and that should be useful. You can follow the video if I'm finished in time. I can check whether it created that folder itself. So I'm just going to go to C drive. No, it did not. So I'll just quickly. Oh, inetpub is just created because IIS was installed. So this folder is created automatically when IIS is installed. And I'll go for /updates. I gave that path. So I'm just going to create quickly updates folder. updates. So I created an updates folder which I gave the path for. Okay, so I think it's done. So I'll click close. All the default options I've selected for WSUS installation, all the defaults, nothing changed. Close. And now let's configure the WSUS. So already there's a warning, yellow warning here. So we need for Windows Server updates. Okay, so launch post installation tasks. Let's do that. So there's going to be a dashboard. It's going to require internet right away. So since it's going to require, I'll just provide the internet before that, before it asks. So I'm just going to add another network card on this machine. Press yes, put it to network, next, and then bridge replicate. Finish. So it should get me internet right away before the wizard asks. Or by the time wizard asks, we should have an internet coming to our WSUS server. It's going to directly ask for updates. It did not open that window. You kidding me? Running. So, oh, okay. So it's going to open that window one day. I think it's open. Please wait while your server is configured. Okay, it's saying that please wait while your server is configured. Configuration successful, completed. So post deployment configuration completed. So now I'll open the console for WSUS. Right now, till now, it's all automatic. I mean, you can do it easily. Nothing difficult till now. So I'll just go to tools and go to Windows Software Update Services, which will be way down. This is the last one, Windows Software Update Services, and this is the dashboard, which might come today. Okay, now you can see lots of options on the left side. So we have a lot to select from. Before you begin, is firewall configured? Okay, yes, I need to be discovered. I need the internet now. Can this computer connect to the upstream server or Microsoft update? In our case, this is the Microsoft update. This is the not the upstream server for or not a downstream server. Do you have user credentials? Yeah, whatever. Next. Yes, I would like to join Microsoft update improvement program. No, I don't want to improve this product. So next, uncheck. It's recorded. Anyway, synchronize from Microsoft update. Yes. So I'll keep it selected, or synchronize from another server update services. So this is the first WSUS. If there was another WSUS server, I would just select the second option, right? So next, do we have a proxy server here? So if we get the IP, we'll get the internet connection as well, right? So next, so I'm just not going to fill anything here, and then start connecting. And if it connects to internet, it's going to either it will give you an error, or it will give you the next screen that yes.
The network card, like it's on net now again?
It's on bridged and replicate. So I'm just gonna go to any website and check it. Anyone else on this screen?
Did you just use a proxy server when synchronizing that option?
No, we don't have proxy server.
Start connecting?
Oh yeah, we have internet. Okay. All right. Yeah, so it is getting updates from internet. Then the next screen will come. It will offer us all the Microsoft software OS applications that have been released till now, and so we will have an option to choose updates, so patching and updates for which software we need to download. We must not download, select all.
And you need patience for this.
Yeah. So even then, if basic installation is captured here, we will be able to see all the configuration options of WSUS server. one day or Monday. So anyone else on this screen? You're also on this screen. Anyone else? You're on this screen. Cool. Who else? Gregory, you're in.
I have no internet. That's all.
Oh. Till now it has been default option. So next finish. It's WSUS. So it's easy. But when you are able to get the dashboard, then it becomes time consuming. So I need the initial files, so it's just going to give me initial files, and then it's going to go ahead. It's not going to download all 80 GB updates. It's going to ask which updates you need, but it needs to download some specific files from internet first to basically give us the menu for all the software and applications. So that's why it's going to take forever. Oh, not forever. It normally comes soon. Or not. Huh? So anyone got the second next page? No one else is following? Huh? Oh, I was the first one.
Would you compute the high speed?
Yes, I only see the page. I'm there.
Where? Next page?
No.
On this page? Yeah, several of us are on this page, and in order to show the approval process as well as the updates, I just need 1 or 2 updates to start. Yeah, at least we have a commitment for 6:30. No. 7:30. Yeah, you're right. No, it's 7:30. Sorry, my mistake there. 8:30. Okay, we have a commitment now. Till now we didn't. Now you said it. Okay, now I'm gonna leave. So, whoa, you reached? Next screen? Yeah, it's next. Yeah, for next. Normally it does work quickly. Information to download includes types of updates available, products that can be updated, available languages. Okay, so if I move the podium like this a little, maybe it will show me an error and I could say, okay, I'll send a video.
Try to push the laptop, maybe.
Or just you know.
What is going on, but not this laptop? No, don't do that.
Wow, it's not only my internet, so
It's not internet.
no, it is. It does take.
the bed in advance before just doing that. You get like much faster.
No, I did have an internet and it did get the internet. After these, this is a 10-minute process, the whole to show the dashboard and everything. So that's it's just taking this much time. Yeah. It by now it normally gives if it didn't find internet, it normally gives that message. Hey Gregory, it's done or not? Man, it's done for you. Okay, can you stay here and bring the lap? We'll do on your laptop then. But it's not gonna get recorded then.
Why you cannot?
So I'm just gonna quickly show you the. So next, okay, all the languages. So if we have updates, we have Microsoft updates for. We have lots of applications, lots of servers, lots of clients. If we select 2 languages, it's gonna duplicate the whole data. If we have 3 languages, triplicate the whole data. It's gonna be that much for that data. So always be careful about. In the university, I had to select 2 languages, so it was like 120 GB of data that I had to download for everything in that language and everything in English.
Can we check 5 languages?
You must have a good hard disk space. Fiplicate. Okay, these are all the software that it was choosing. So I'm gonna go quickly down and I'm just gonna go for Windows. Okay, there's something already selected for Office. I'm gonna uncheck that because I don't want updates installed there. Office 2003, 2007. In our production environment, I'll take time going through this list. Right now, I'm just gonna select, okay, in the Windows, I just wanna select that 2012 updates or 8. So yeah, that's it. So I'm just gonna go for Windows 2012 R2 and select only one.
Some small thing.
Windows 8 as well as a client, right?
Will take a time.
So no, it will start updating right away, 1 or 2 updates. That's what I want to show. Okay, critical updates is selected already. Classification, definition updates. Do you want the drivers to be installed? Feature packs, security updates. Yes, we want. Automatically selected. Service packs. We always need service packs for all the applications or servers we have selected in the previous screen, right? So tools, maybe update rollups. Maybe there's a temporary update that is there, or just updates, simple updates, you know, a broadly released fix for it is giving a definition for all types that you want for all the software you selected in the back screen. So I'm just gonna go for these four, but in your production environment you can go according to your needs. Next, so synchronize manually or synchronize automatically. So it's gonna synchronize daily at 1 o'clock at night, whenever you don't want the bandwidth to be, or you know that bandwidth is not consumed, it's going to synchronize. So I'm just going to say synchronize now in the background while I'm going to configure my dashboard, right? So synchronize manually. Otherwise, I'll give it a time at 1 o'clock at night, or 12 o'clock, or 11 p.m. So right now manually, and then begin synchronization. So it's going to synchronize all the updates I selected. For now I selected just 2012 and Windows 8, I think. No, just 2012. So it's going to start downloading right away. So I'm just saying begin initial synchronization. Next. Now it's just saying that you should protect the WSUS access with SSL. So it should be secure socket layer, or you should be using the certificates or port 443 for secure communication. It's up to you that you want patches to be secure. Maybe a hacker interferes and puts his own package, and you put all that patches to the 80,000 computers. Anyway, we're gonna create a computer group quickly for a department. Assign computers to groups. This task, you cannot manually add any computer to WSUS directly. You cannot discover computers directly from WSUS. How do you add computers to WSUS? GPO. Okay, anyway, so I'm just gonna go for GPO, and it should be configuring, selecting the computers for us. I mean, adding the computers for us. In WSUS, you are dependent on GPO to add computers. You cannot manually add that. That sucks, actually. Anyway. So computer auto approval rules and also approval rules. The main tasks, computers should be added, and then the rules should be approved, or patches should be approved. Maybe some patches you don't need. So you cannot blindly just select all kinds of patches and download for 2012. Some patches we may not need, and so we will approve the patches, right? So click finish. It's going to open a dashboard. This is the dashboard with very nice view of if the traffic is going on. It's going to tell you right away how many computers with errors the update is trying there, or it's not even starting there on the how many computers. So reporting is very good for this. And then there are updates. So if I have to configure the group policy option, I mean, this is the one option that I should first do. So you will see this is a GPO. Okay, so this is the only path where we can go and do, so we can create a new policy. Then I just needed to check the path here for group policy object. So this is the computer configuration, policies, administrative templates, Windows components, and WSUS. And whoa, way down, Windows updates, and even there are many options that we need to configure. So I'll just configure some of the options. So I'm just gonna go quickly to domain controller and go inside and select that update. So group policy update. And then computer update. So domains, my domain.local, and then I'll create a new policy for the whole domain. WSUS, press OK, and then we're gonna go for edit, and then computer configuration, policies, administrative update, templates, Windows components, and then way down we have Windows update.
You create and green. That one.
Sorry?
You choose create GPO and
Yeah, create new GPO and name it WSUS.
I mean in link.
Right click on the domain itself, on the domain level. Okay, Windows update. If we go to domain Windows update, on the right side we have lots of WSUS policies, but we can select few of them according to our need.
So a question.
Yeah.
If we will apply this with policy on domain level, then like every server.
So every server domain controller will be affected with that.
will be affected, and
It's not a good idea to apply it on the domain level. Exactly. This is a lab, test lab, but this is a very good point. Never go for group policies for domain level unless you have a good reason. Even then, don't go for that. Even if you have a good reason. So yes, it will be applied. Computer settings will be applied to the domain controller as well. I would go for OU, which already has lots of child organizational units, and they all have all the branches covered, everything. So you will apply on the parent OU, or branch wise you have different policies. So yes, you're right. Do not display install updates and shutdown option in shutdown windows. Do not adjust default option. Enabling Windows update power management. Always automatically restart.
There, right?
Hmm?
You're applying from the domain.
Yeah, which is not recommended, but I don't have an OU, or I should have created another OU and put those computers there. So now I'm covering all the computers, right?
So you are teaching us the wrong.
No. Okay, first update I'm configuring here according to the slide is enable this and configure automatic updates. So what option would you select out of 4 options? Notify for download, auto download and notify, auto download and schedule, allow local admin to choose setting. So these are all the users, that has nothing to do with this. So I would just go for auto download and notify for install, right? But it's going to give 15 minute or 10 minutes option that it's going to restart. Maybe the user, the CEO, and he's working on Excel sheet, which is very important, and you put it on 10 minutes, he missed that 10 minutes, he never saw that, and it restarts. So imagine what kind of phone call you will receive. So it depends on all that, how you want. So auto download and notify for install. This will wait for the user to say yes, okay, I'm okay for that. So okay, I'll go for the third option, but according to your company requirement, you could just go for that. Install during automatic maintenance. This is good also. We always have a patching weekend, so it's every day that we are doing that, so this is also okay. So I'm just gonna apply this automatic updates here, but which policy selects all the specify intranet Microsoft update service location. So this will tell all the clients which server is the WSUS server, right? So specify intranet Microsoft update service location. So it already says that what is the server name, just put it here with HTTP. So HTTP:// I'll go for my server 04 in my case dash humb. So Control A, Control C, tab, Control V, server 4 dash humb. I think this is the name. So I'm just putting, so it will tell all the clients that this is the name of the server, right? But if I go and check my computer name, what is my computer name now, and put the command host name, that would tell me the full computer name, or not just the computer name. Server 1 dash humb, exactly. What? Oh yeah, server 4. I am on server 4. So it will tell me this, yeah, server 4 dash humb 1. Okay. So I'll just put there on the policy the correct name, server 4 dash humb 1. Okay. Apply. It's better to put name. By name, all the authentication is going on and everything. So it's
The last, the next one is the same.
yeah. Next one, you put the name. Automatic updates detection frequency.
Set the internet
Statistics. No. Specify intranet Microsoft update service location. Yeah. So you have to put the actual server name there, which
Is the
is
same?
sorry. Yeah, it's the server. It's the server where you install the WSUS. So it will be the same server. If you install it on DC, just put that name, or wherever you install WSUS. Okay. So allow non-administrative automatic updates detection frequency. So detect if every 1 hour, detect that every 22 hours. Sorry, every 22 hours it will go to internet and check for new updates. So detection frequency is 22 hours for the server. Do not connect to any Windows Update internet location. Allow non-administrators turn on software notification. Allow automatic updates immediate installation. Turn on recommended updates where automatic updates. No auto restart with logged in users. This is a good option. Reprompt, delay restart for reschedule automatic updates. Enable client side targeting. Okay, client side targeting is the second last. Double click that. There should be a group name for all the WSUS server, the upstream server and the downstream server. There's a WSUS name for that, right? I mean the group name. So WSUS group. We can just check this name. So all WSUS servers will be detecting each other with this name. The downstream server and the upstream servers, right? For second last is a client target. Apply, and the client will also look for this group to search if they have to search.
Please, can you just summarize
Start
which are
from-
the options that we have to modify?
You start from first option and then just show us what you
Don't show us, no, we don't have to go into detail.
Yeah, sure. So configure automatic updates first.
Hold on.
No. So before that we don't need to prepare anything. So first
No.
setting should be configured already.
That's it. After that there is one more, but this that's a different screen. So configure automatic updates. Although this is on the slide as well, all the updates. Oh, okay. Automatic updates. Double click. Then the third option I selected. That's all. Configure automatic updates. Third option. Then right below that, specify intranet Microsoft update service location. That's our HTTP:// server whatever server name, right? And Harith is about to drop down. Okay. So
Why did you put that question mark at the end?
question mark? No, that's one. That's number one. Okay.
It's okay, let's take your time. Ask whatever. You don't have to apologize.
Okay, automatic updates detection frequency. Every 22 hours it's going to detect from Microsoft. Third option, automatic updates detection frequency. Double click that, just enable that. It's 22 hours. Yes, after 22 hours, connect to Microsoft website, download whatever new updates you have.
Normally, Microsoft does this every month, second week in every month.
Yeah, it releases new updates. If there are any other types of updates which have released during the month, so it will check every 22 hours actually for any new thing. And
last option.
second last option is client side targeting. So it's just you create a group name. Clients will detect your group of WSUS server, and WSUS downstream server will detect that group for upstream server to connect to join to upstream
So
server.
we need to create this group on WSUS server.
On the group policy we have to create, so every server, every client will know that through group policy.
Where we have that group, the thing we have defined here, where we have that group.
So it will be WSUS servers. This is a Windows update policy, right? So WSUS, it will be available for WSUS servers, and clients will be detecting WSUS servers through this. It's going to work for WSUS server. It's going to detect that automatically.
Where these servers are going to add on WSUS server.
So we,
need to
yeah,
create
on the dashboard we have to define that too. Yeah, you're right. Okay, I'm just gonna confirm with the slide one more of this. Okay, close that, and this is the first update, and then we went for configure automatic updates. Yeah, we did that. We also, okay, whoa, so there's a there's a port name as well as the FQDN of that. Although Microsoft is saying just name would be enough as well, but there's a port name as well, 8530. So that's why always having a document is a good idea. So, oh, thank God, video was working. Good. Okay, I will go back to server 1 and I will change that option for specify intranet. Here I would go for .my domain .local colon 85. Okay. $85.30. $85.30. So Control A, Control C, Tab, Control V. There you go. So 8530 with FQDN. So now it's going to detect with the proper port. Okay, I'm just going down more. Enable client side. Yeah, my domain group. There we gave it. So GP result R report next. We need to initialize the Windows update by typing this report now, detect now. These are the commands that we can use to make the process quicker. But if I go to GP update /force on the client side, now we go to WSUS server and approve the update. Assign it to the computer. Make sure. Okay, now this is the command that we are running. WUAUCLT.exe/detect now. So it will start doing its detection. And can somebody take the picture of Hari? Anyway, so I didn't say that. So concentrating. So WUAUCLT.exe. I'm just gonna run this command. Okay, can anyone remember that? WUAUCLT.exe. On DC. You know what? That's a good question. WUAUCLT.exe/detect now. Oh. WUAUCLT.exe/detect now. WUAUCLT.exe/detect now. It's going to, whatever we made changes, it's going to implement those, and it's going to start moving the work, all the updates, and it should be possibly selecting adding the computers to the client as well. Huh? On the server 1, I would go for WSUS server as well, because in your case I think you've installed it on DC, right? The server WSUS. Okay, it is run it on WSUS as well, but it's just a command to start the process. WUAUCLT.exe. So I'm going to the WSUS server. Oh, it did not. WUAUCLT.exe. Yeah, since we are making a group policy, we need to do detect now. Okay, we have run this
One more
command.
question. Like, you just changed the network settings for the WSUS server because the internet was required on this server.
Yeah.
And your domain is still on the other VM12.
Yeah.
network.
Domain controller.
It will work. Do policy thing and everything.
Yeah, it's joined to the domain, right?
Again, they are in different networks right now.
No, they're not. Who is on different? WSUS and and the domain controller? They are just on different computers. But it will.
Change some setting for internet access.
No. Okay, so I'm just gonna go after doing all those settings on the domain controller. I'm going to the WSUS server now. WSUS server. I have updated. I have run the GP update /force as well on WSUS server. GP update /force, right? If I check the updates first, did any update installed? And there's a way to check it. It's not going to show right away. If I go for all updates, it's not showing me anything while it is showing 194 shown here, right? It already downloaded 194 updates for me, but it's not showing here. How will it show? Go to approval. I clicked all updates, go to approval, click it, any except decline. Last option here, and status, last option here. Both last options, and any here. So refresh. Yeah, now it's showing all the updates to me. So I went to all updates in the updates in WSUS. Then it's going to show up there 194 shown, but below, if you want to see all the updates, you have to go to any except. You have to go to drop down menu, select any except decline, right? Are you on WSUS here?
Yeah,
All updates, and then any here. Now I just need to approve those updates, right? What is the approval process? So we can right click, but do we have computers selected here? Did we have computers detected here? So I'm just gonna go to the computers area just to check if even one computer got detected. Oh, two shown for 2 total. It was fast, the GPU worked. So 2 are showing. How would I see that? I'll go to drop down menu and any. I'll click any and refresh. The 2 computers are showing now. Yay! This is the part that doesn't happen quickly. Anyway, so if we have 2 computers,
You did that home last night.
not this, the unattended installation. This I'm just doing live now here. This is a live show. Oh, anyway,
Did you run GPU update?
yeah. I did the WAU command here on WSUS as well, and GP update /force on the WSUS as well. Both 2 commands. Did you run that? GP update /force. Run that. Okay. On both. Okay. All updates. I'm just going to approve now the updates for a server 4 or server 1. Right click the update. Go for approve, decline. I can make groups by departments, accounts group and management group, but I will go for approve for one particular update. I can select all the updates and right click approve. Then what happens? It says all computers, all unassigned computers, because I did not assign any department to them. In fact, let me just quickly create one here. Right click, add computer group, and I'll add it as accounts group. Click add accounts. Maybe that computer is on accounts group. Yeah, you were saying?
You have a different name in your GPU groups.
For GPU? No, that's not that group. This is computers group right now. The clients group for the client side. Okay, I'm just going to move this server 4, change membership of server 4 to accounts. There's only one group. I could have made management group and put all those computers in the management, then approve updates for that, right? So accounts has one computer showing here, 1 of 2 shown here. It shows here. If I go to any and refresh, it's going to show me this server 4. So now I'm going to all updates, or I can go to critical updates, which is all updating right now and downloading a lot of them. So I'll just go for these 5-10 updates, approve, and go for accounts, then select the option here, approve for install, approve for removal, not approved, and same as parent. So I'm just gonna go for approved for install. All those updates are going to, and then accounts, press OK. So all those updates have installed and the success is here, and close. And we can just other options are, this is approval process, other all options are reports options, very cool. And but we can go for options, and we can select the update source and proxy server, products and classification. Again, maybe we want service packs to be added now, update files and languages, synchronize schedule, maybe we want to synchronize every second night, not every night. And then automatic approvals, if you are sure that you will be having all the correct updates, go for automatic approval, but otherwise it's a suicide. Anyway, automatic approval is like goodbye your job. Computers, no, I think that it's not necessary like that. Computers,
You are talking with yourself, buddy. Tell us what you are talking about. at least.
I would not go for that.
Why automatic approval? It's suicide for.
No, I think that, but automatic rule, there's a reason for that, right?
Opinion, ideas. Why?
Opinion is that only add approvals here. New rule, you can create rules here that only service pack, if it's a service pack, automatically approved, don't wait for my approval. Service packs, yes, we need, but I think that we should test first that if this service pack has some changes that might affect my current software. And it happens so many times in our environment that we always test it 2 or 3, we make sure that 3 days after the installation of the any service pack or any update that Exchange servers are okay, our OS is okay, then we go for production. Then we first deploy it on test environment, which is totally same like the production environment. Then we deploy in the production environment.
Like,
One week.
Service
like,
1 week I was keeping
under
under test.
test.
Yeah.
Is it a test environment?
Test. Well, yeah, that's keep 2 or 3 devices.
Yeah.
Test environment.
So invest that.
And the
Company should be investing on that.
1 week, see if there is any problem.
Yeah. So 1 week even
like you said, it happened many times in your.
used to happen many times when we did not make any tests.
One example.
Any new update, security update that they have installed,
They know what happened in the tool.
Crash the system.
I'm not kidding. Just 5 minutes. Just.
in Exchange 2007 it happened that there were issues with opening the documents, opening the attached files for some of the specifically XLS files, XLSX, the newer files. The only XLS were okay, the XLSX file were not okay. Office 2010. So we had to remove that update because we never checked the attachments in the test environment.
The office was all the time.
Yeah. So then we created exact replica environment. Okay guys, so these are the options where we can go one by one. I need to go now.
Okay, we will continue from here in that.
So personalization, update, and this. So this video is also done. This was
One
smooth.
question.
Yeah.
It was creating a image file.
Oh yeah,
Now
it's
what
still
is
there.
it?
It's still there. I did not shut it
What is
down.
the next step?
What is the next step? The .vim image needs to be added to the boot images. It's a .vim. So right click boot image. If that is done and copy paste
You
it.
know, Amir, we should repeat
Because
this
it-
class because nothing is done.
This is